finger.
We've been filming for a couple of weeks already on the new series of Doctor Who. We're on the Christmas special. At the moment, we start the series proper next week. So we're filming the big finale scenes today in the Rachnos' flood chamber. Sarah Parish has arrived and has just spent 3 and a bit hours in prosthetic makeup, but is looking sensational. Dawn Gillett and Catherine Tate are also here, and we're about to start filming any second. So it's kind of like we've never been away, really. Like we're just back into the routine again, without Billy, of course, which is very sad. I do miss her, and yeah, she was my pal really, day to day. So it's weird without her. Freema starts this week, of course, playing Martha. So we'll see how she gets on. I think she's going to be glorious. And that's it, really. We're back at it.
The Web Star discern.
Hi, look, it's TV's own Catherine Tate.
There you go.
Yeah, how you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah, so you're nearly finished with us now.
I'm nearly finished, yeah.
How's it been?
It's been awful.
Yeah. From start to finish?
From start to finish. As you know, I've often been found in my trailer. Weeping, shouting, where did it all go wrong? True.
Where did it all go wrong?
I think
It was all looking so good there.
Yeah, I know. I think it was the first day's filming in London.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it the dinner where we met?
It was probably, yeah.
Probably that.
There were bad signs there.
Yeah.
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 But you put a brave face on it. We've all appreciated that.
So professional if nothing else.
Yeah, well, same.
Semi-professional, I suppose,
you know. And the wedding dress? Every little girl's dream? Or?
Every little girl's dream.
Yeah.
Of course it is. It's
annoying now.
Stemmed any idea that I'd ever get married or wear one.
There's just
There
doing
you go.
it.
Thank
and
you.
The shoes.
And the shoes.
Not your actual costume shoes there.
Not my actual costume shoes, no.
You've moaned quite a lot about the shoes.
To be fair, I did.
Yeah.
The question every morning was, will you see my shoes?
Yeah.
It's just a holiday now.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's not your fault.
Oh, that's a change. There will be probably some debate in fan circles, if I may use that slightly scary term,
Yeah.
as to whether Donna is a bona fide companion or not.
Yeah, I suppose there will.
What would your view on that be? Not that it matters.
My view would be she most certainly is,
Yeah.
especially if that's a better place at the Ohio conventions.
That gets you a better suite.
That gives me greater status within the Doctor Who hierarchy.
Yeah.
She's most definitely a companion.
Yeah.
On the other hand, if it's perhaps more kooky for her maybe not to be,
Well, it's a sort
I'll
of
go
all
for
or
that
not.
one.
Yeah.
Basically, let me put it like this.
Yeah.
What I'm telling people is I'm the new assistant.
Sure.
Okay?
Sure. Yeah.
So that's definitely what she is. No,
To the
I am.
niche.
I'm a rebound assistant for you, aren't I?
You are a bit. You
I'm
are
a
a bit.
rebound relation.
You're somebody I meet in a smelly club.
Yeah, and I thankfully have the presence of mind to not pursue this the dreadful outcome that could have happened if I stayed. But
Yeah.
I'd say I'm gunning for the big conventions.
Sure.
So I'm gunning that she isn't.
Sure. So you might not make it to pool.
I'm gunning for a spin-off series 30 years down the line.
Nice. Well, it's happened. It's happening as we speak. You could be number 2.
There we go. Me and the wedding dress.
Yeah. It's not. You've got more than one wedding dress, right?
I've got about 6 in various states of.
That's 6 seems a
6.
lot.
It does seem a lot.
Are we wasting our budget on you slightly?
Um,
We've got another 13 episodes to do after this.
it's true, but That's why you've got the account with Primark for the rest, for Martha's clothes.
Yeah, Martha's looking lovely in stuff out of whatever's for the rest of the series.
Well, she's actually going to be in quite a lot of nets, I think.
Yeah.
Some
there's a lot left over.
recycled.
Yeah. She's getting married in most of the episodes.
She's getting married in most of the episodes.
Turns out. Well, Catherine, it's been lovely to have you.
Thank you. It's been my pleasure.
Thank you for
to be
visiting us
here.
briefly. And making the Christmas special quite so special.
Quite
Did you see that?
special. I saw what you did.
Thank you very much. Hey look, it's TV Sarah Parish, dressed as Empress of the Arachnos.
That's right, I am Empress of the Arachnos. Half human, half spider.
Yeah, how are the teeth feeling?
Well, they're quite tricky, actually.
It's a little Dick Emery.
What, like the vicar?
Little, just slightly reminiscent.
They are actually, very uncomfortable. I tell you what, if you talk too quickly, they stab, because they're so jutty forward, they stab the inside of your nose, yeah. Can you see?
Can I get an extreme close-up of that?
Ow. I've got a little bit
I can see little holes,
Yeah.
Ooh, that looks nasty.
It is nasty, and also, this isn't easy.
No, let's just watch that for a second, because that's interesting in itself.
I have to take my eyes out every couple of hours, otherwise they stick to my actual eyes. I can't get them out.
Yeah. Have you ever worn a contact lens before?
Never.
How are you liking it?
I don't mind it, actually. These are quite interesting because it looks like they're all black, but in actual fact there's a little tiny hole in the middle. Action!
It's a lovely look all round. Lovely
I know.
teeth as well.
I know.
Your mother will be so proud. Thelma's going to love it.
Look, it's Catherine Stopper.
Oh, right.
Hello. Hello. I recognise you. We haven't done anything together, have we?
I can't actually tell.
Oh, of course, yeah. You remember me, don't you? I was in Cutting It.
Must have, Sarah, because Nina's done nearly
Like that. Flatter.
This is Grace.
Oh, flatter.
No, rather than all of this here.
Mm.
Can you see that now?
Lovely.
Has the other one
So
come
that
out?
goes
What do
up.
you think?
No. There's actually two lenses. The first one is see-through and it blocks
So more of
the
it
black
going
one.
up.
Less hair.
Yeah,
Ooh.
okay.
But that never
just so
comes
it's not
out.
so
Just have
full.
a right route
Just for
around for
shape.
that one.
Nice.
Yeah.
Don't admit to that one.
Here we go.
There you go.
There it is.
Ooh, that looks revolting.
It's little. And there I am. I had to go to Millennium where they do all the monsters
Yeah,
for
yeah,
Doctor Who, and they had to do an entire cast of my body and all over my head.
All at once? Or in separate stages?
No, they did my head first and then they did my body.
Right, wow, that's quite intimate.
I mean, for a 3-day job,
Yeah.
a lot of attention's gone on to me, and I
Yeah.
quite like that.
Yeah, sure. How long does the makeup take to do?
3 hours.
Are you bored of that?
Well, no, not yet, because I'm only here for 3 days, it's actually
Yeah.
still quite a novelty, and the people from Millennium are such a laugh.
Yeah.
That they make it fun, you know.
Sure,
They make
sure.
it fun. I think if I was doing this for like a month, I probably would have lost my sense of humour within the last hour.
And nobody would blame you, let's be honest. But you seem to be coping with the pain better today.
Aren't I? Did you see me yesterday? I was
By the
in-
end of the day yesterday, I couldn't look at you. It
Yeah,
looked too-
I
it
was
looked
in a
too
lot
grisly.
of pain yesterday.
Yeah. Thanks, Sarah.
It's a pleasure. I
Thanks
just
for
get on
coming
with
to
my
play.
hot water and lemon.
Yeah, nice. Dick Emery.
I need a guy who's smart,
Suit and trainers works for me.
who likes travelling,
I've been round the block a few times.
and who has a big heart,
2 of those, actually.
and someone who can make the time.
Now that's my speciality.
Doctor Who, coming soon to BBC One.
It's Wednesday, the 9th of August, and it's the first day that Freeman and I are on set together. It's also very early. They've called us in particularly early so we can do a photo shoot before we start filming. So I'm feeling a bit bleary-eyed. I came back from London last night. I'll be fine once I've had a cup of coffee. But I'm quite excited actually. How was that, do you think?
It was really good, but I always panic when, as soon as I know it's outdoor shots because there's no aid of artificial light. It's just harsh daylight, and it was.
You looked gorgeous.
Thanks to it.
I have just been given a load of pink pages. There's hundreds of them. These are all the script alterations for episodes 1 and 2. I guess this came out of the read-through the other day. I don't think there's anything very major, but there's lots of tiny little fiddles and changes, even for some of today's scenes, so I guess I better stick them in the script. And I've got my new suit on, which is quite exciting. New burgundy boots. And making a guest reappearance in this episode, the old PJs from last Christmas. The first scene I'm going to do is, I'm going to say 19 Fact fans, where the Doctor, where the suit is, in fact, is revealed for the very first time. When the Doctor gets dressed in the hospital and he encourages Martha to come outside onto the moon with him.
Turn over, please.
Sound speed. And lock it. 36, take 1.
And action.
They're not exactly airtight. If the air was going to get sucked out, it would have happened straight away, but it didn't, so how come?
Very good point!
Brilliant, in fact. What was your name?
Martha?
And it was Jones, wasn't it? Well then, Martha Jones, question is, how are we still breathing?
Well, it can't be.
But obviously we are, so don't waste my time. Martha, what have we got? Is there a balcony on this floor or a veranda?
By the patient's lounge, yeah.
Who's going out?
Okay.
We might die.
We might not.
Good. Come on. No, I should hold us up. Freema is on her 3rd day. Seems to be coping incredibly well. She seems excited and she seems very full of beans about being here. She doesn't seem nervous particularly. Maybe she'd tell a different story, but she certainly seems to be on top of it. She's been very good, I think. She really is nailing it. Freema has broken the door and locked the camera crew inside. Well done.
She rocked him.
There they go. It's good that she's fitting in to be part of the team as everyone predicted she would, I guess. We were filming on the street today in Cardiff. We started quite early and my bit was first. So I was all done by probably 10 o'clock in the morning, but even by then the crowds were gathering. And then I left. I'm up at the studios here now where we're filming this afternoon. And Freema had a bit more to do in the street, so I don't know how crazier it got after I left. I think she was just seeing for the first time kind of the madness that is filming this show. But I think she was quite enjoying that.
There were some little children waiting outside yesterday, and that was, I think they kind of spotted who I were, and Mum was like, oh, wave, so, but at this stage I still think, I don't know if it means, do you know what I mean? It's not out yet, and I don't know if it means as much to them. If I kind of walk over, they might just be looking over my shoulder.
We've had to get extra security in now just to try and control the amount of people who kind of want to watch the filming. It's mad. It's a bit of a phenomenon. You do wonder that in sort of 10 years' time, you look back on this kind of time of life and kind of marvel at it. Being part of the middle of this whirlwind, you know, which isn't anything to do with me, it's to do with this show. But for now, I suppose I'm kind of the public face of that show. What a privilege, really, what an honour. Kind of mad when you're out in the street and you see people reacting to it. and you see how excited they get and how thrilled they are by the show. How wonderful! What a great position to be in. A little bit daunting too. So I suppose I'd better get into my suit, get on set.
It's exactly the same journey. Yeah.
Monday the 14th of August, and it's our second week of filming on episode 1, and we're back in Pontypool. The hospital is being filmed in 3 different locations, Swansea, here, and an actual training hospital just down the road from our studios up in Treforest. So this is the long corridors today, so basically lots of running around today.
Non-human.
Oh my god, you really are?
And again! The Judoon starts today, and I've just seen a head in the prosthetics wagon with all its in all its twitching and rubbery glory. It looks absolutely fantastic.
Please give me that little twirl.
Yeah, give us a twirl. Excellent. This is a headless Judoon. How's it? Is it comfy?
It is comfy. It's very hot though.
Yeah.
It's really boiling now. But yeah, it's right.
Identify humans and find the transgressor. Find it.
What is your inspiration for the Judoon?
Yeah, so what was it? So when she
That very big muppet with the big...
reacting to that running away.
Oh, nice.
So what I'll
Nice.
do is
No, I
I'll
studied
open
the mask and
and in Anne's single at the top,
the personality bubbled up from inside my being. I almost felt like there was a horn growing on my nose. You see, then I was just...
Human. Wait. Non-human trace suspected. Non-human element confirmed. Authorize full scan.
I'm looking a bit peaky because Anne Reid has been sucking my blood through a straw. Hi!
Hi.
It's Anne Reid. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I've had a wonderful time.
Have you enjoyed being on Doctor Who?
Sucking your blood out, darling.
Yes.
It's been one of the most interesting experiences of my life.
You laughed quite a lot during that scene.
No, I didn't know you laughed.
No, I was very
No,
professional.
I didn't laugh.
I was very professional, and unfortunately, you were, I think, dragging the site down.
Will the audience laugh? This is what worries me. I think
I think they'll be captivated.
it's been a ball. I've had a wonderful time. And I just wondered if you could put a word in, because I don't actually want to go.
No.
And I thought if I could play a Judoon with one of those, a small Judoon.
You're right.
With one of those headpieces on.
Nobody
so
would
they wouldn't
know.
know it was me.
You could come back again and again. And now I have to carry Freema along a corridor. It's my King Lear moment. We've already done a month. So we've only got 8 months to go. So it's weird how quickly this job hurtles by.
Years ago, one race became mercenaries, soldiers of fortune, a police force for hire. Today, working for various intergalactic governments and agencies, they are the foremost law enforcement species in the galaxy. If you have a legal enforcement problem, then no one else can help. And if you can contact them, maybe you can hire the Judoon. A police force for hire, the Judoon are large, ferocious creatures. Think of an upright rhinoceros in space armor, only more ferocious. Ruthless in the extreme, the Judoon have no interest in other life forms, except whether they obey the law. Anyone who opposes them is automatically found guilty of assault and executed. So if you see the huge tower block spaceships of the Judoon heading your way, you'd better check your insurance is up to date.
Is your insurance up for renewal?
Call Goodwill. Let us get our teeth into your insurance code.
And that you've not broken some major law or parking regulation, and you have a TV license. The good news is that the Judoon are banned from Earth after a little misunderstanding about 100 years ago. But that won't stop them. If they can't come to you, they can use H2O scoop technology to bring you to them.
The Judoon take advantage of the inert power
Taking advantage of the inert power of hydrogen, the scoop transports people and even whole buildings to neutral space, where the Judoon can deal with them. Justice is swift. Survival data. First up, be aware. Keep an eye out. If you see the rain going upwards, then it's pretty certain there's an H2O scoop operating somewhere nearby. So get right away from the affected area. The best defense against the Judoon is not to get in their way in the first place. Stay clear and don't break the law. Any law. Or they'll use their H2O scoop to break the law of gravity and come and get you. You don't get any second chances with the Judoon. They may adhere to the letter of the law, but they're not interested in the spirit of it. They're the enforcement agency of choice for anyone who can afford them, from the Principality of Regency 9 to the Shadow Proclamation. Because with the Judoon, justice is swift and usually deadly.
It's Wednesday, the 9th of August, and it's the first day that Freema and I are on set together.
I'm alright actually.
So that's quite a big deal in the scale of things. It's also very early. They've called us in particularly early so we can do a photo shoot before we start filming. How was that, do you think?
It was really good, but I always panicked as soon as I know it's outdoor shots because there's no aid of artificial light. It's just harsh daylight, and it was.
You looked gorgeous.
Thanks, David.
Freema seems great, very calm, very excited, but not over daunted, I don't think, which is probably the best way to be. She certainly seems a lot calmer than I was this time last year when I was the new boy. And I've got my new suit on, which is quite exciting. You can see that. There it is. Let me just... New blue suit. New burgundy boots. And making a guest reappearance in this episode, the old PJs from last Christmas. New chapter begins.
Hello.
Good morning, good morning, good morning.
Morning.
Morning, GT.
Morning. Morning.
Morning, David.
Shall I turn this off now?
I think you should, yeah.
Hello and welcome to my video diary. My name's Freema Agyeman and I play Martha Jones on the new series of Doctor Who.
Just do that for the camera.
The first day on set was without David and it was no dialogue. It was just me running around, so it was a real nice, easy start.
Take one.
Happiness? Yeah. Shooting next then, please. Reset. Thank you.
And I got a bunch of flowers from Doctor Who Confidential, and I got a bunch of flowers from Julie Gardner and Russell T Davies just saying, you know, have a great time, it's going to be fun. And then I got a text from Russell going, oh, go on, just throw a big strop and storm off set, that'll scare us. But I didn't.
Thank you.
David Tennant is fabulous. He's as you would imagine he would be. The vibe you get from interviews and on screen, the energy, the enthusiasm, the friendliness is all there.
That's lovely, thank you. Okay, what is it?
Gorgeous.
Bring your right line straight over the top of the head.
You know, we were all sort of sitting there waiting for him to come on, and he just bounded onto set and went up and shook everybody's hand. Everybody that was new on the set didn't know. Hello, welcome, I'm David. And so that was my first impression of David Tennant. So I wasn't like, you know, how is he going to be? How are we going to get on? And I don't know what he's like, because that's what he's like, and he's consistently like that. I got asked very early on, are you worried about corpsing? And I was like, which, for those of you that are not in the biz, it's laughing on camera or when you're on stage. And I was like, no, why would I? I didn't know him then. He's a funny guy. So we've laughed a couple of times. I'm sure there'll be an outtake somewhere. But so it's a joy, and he's very supportive, and he's great to talk to about how is it all going to be, because he obviously knows what it's like to come into the show later on. So he's a great little pool of advice and information. So it's great.
Episode 2, big project, very ambitious.
I really couldn't believe that we were about to embark on this.
The final result, I think, is absolutely glorious.
It's a really big deal for us being here at the Globe. It was very important for us to get in here, really, for this episode, because this episode is so much about Shakespeare, about the performance of his work, and we really wanted to kind of show the audience what it would have been like.
The Globe itself is the most extraordinary place, and when you walk in and just see this beautiful space recreated so painstakingly and so lovingly, it's not like anything else. It was probably the ultimate location if you're filming an episode set in Elizabethan England. It couldn't be more perfect.
Filming there was quite daunting, but fantastically exciting, the idea of doing it, but logistically extremely complicated.
We're going to have the Doctor and Martha just over here, then it's Shakespeare, then you're going to go absolutely crazy when he comes out, and then you're going to laugh when he tells you to shut up.
All right, take one, a hammer.
And action! Hardest part of all of the script was deciding exactly what Shakespeare is like.
We don't really know that much about Shakespeare the man, and I think that was his personal choice in a weird way. So anyone can take him and do what they want, really.
There's no record of Shakespeare's, what he was like, what his temperament was like, if he was a beast of a man, if he was like most tortured geniuses, there's that real dark side. So there's no record.
That's all she says, like, over and over again.
You could go for the lover, you could go for the intellectual, you could make him quiet and shy. And all of those would have worked, but actually what Gareth came up with brilliantly, I think, in that script, is that actually he was the rock star of his age.
When he comes on stage for the first time, I wanted kind of rock star screams as if Robbie Williams or Liam Gallagher or Mick Jagger had walked on stage.
Casting Dean as Shakespeare, Dean Lennox Kelly, was brilliant, I thought, because he was that Manchester feel to him.
He's got all the kind of charm and the ease and frankly the sex appeal. There was a lot of people on set who were shooting him some fairly interested glances.
My head's going to explode, I'm so hot.
One of the other hearts of the whole story is to have Martha's eyes opened to the Doctor's incredible lifestyle and to take her back to Elizabethan London.
It does quite heavily favour Martha. We kind of see it through her eyes. She's in most of the scenes.
She absolutely embraces it and steps out and loves the life that the Doctor leads. It's the only way to tell a Doctor companion story, I think, now that, she's got to want to be there with him and she's got to want to be enjoying this adventure.
Episode 2 is where she actually just embraces it and goes, I'm so fortunate and this is going to be fantastic. Thank you. For me, sort of really jumping out of the TARDIS and looking at that side of the street and thinking, look at the workmanship that's gone into this. We are in 1599, was just probably the same as what Marvel was feeling.
We went to Warwick to shoot the street scenes and with the market sellers and the extras going to and fro. We knew right from the start we'd have to travel for this. It was budgeted for the moment I said we're going to do Shakespeare, because we knew we'd have to travel.
We had the biggest location shoot that we've had. We went away for 6 night shoots, actually.
The architecture here is so amazing that we could have virtually not been here and it would still look great. It's such a lovely space and beautiful.
It's like being on stage. It helps that steeped in 15th century history. It feels like a set. It's quite unbelievable actually being here, that it's actually real and not a set.
1, 2, 3, 4, please. Come with me.
Usually we film probably 70% of the episodes on location, but that just kind of means we take our facilities and we take the shebang up 20 miles up the road. So, you know, to do it for 6 nights was a lot, and more than we'd ever done before. It was a big deal, to say the least.
It's Wednesday the 23rd of August. Should be the height of summer, but it's absolutely chucking it down. So yeah, we're nearly moving on to episode 2, which I have heard is going to be called Theatre of Doom, which is a rather grand and glorious title. I don't know if it'll still be called Theatre of Doom come next March, let's wait and see, but I quite like that. We're going to Coventry, Warwick, and then 3 days in the Globe, as the filming on Theatre of Doom starts in earnest from this afternoon. So yeah, we're in studio for the next 3 days, and then off around the country. Which will be good because we rarely do that on this show. You know, Swansea's about as far as we ever make it. So if nothing else, it'll be good fun. Proper nights though. Proper through the nights. Sort of 9 p.m. till 8 a.m. type hours. Which is always tough just to keep going through. But it'll be good, it'll be worth it to get into the Globe, particularly. And that's the news, I think. Here we are arriving on set in Coventry.
Oh wow, look!
And a little bit of ye olde set dressing. Yeah, so Doctor Who goes on tour.
I'm his new Berger.
Yes! We're in Coventry for 1 night, 2 nights in Warwick tomorrow. And it's quite exciting, quite fun to be on the road. There's some period bloomers. It has just started to rain, which is great. There's Shakespeare. For the last week in August, you'd think we could get some nice weather. Arwell's wearing a Shakespearean shirt in honour of the day. Very nice. So that's it. We're here. We're on the road. Kind of like Spinal Tap with a TARDIS.
Action. So, tell me if we don't. Okay, still running reset, please. Still running reset.
So I think our night in Coventry went well. It was a really fantastic location. So we lucked out. There were quite a few people came down to watch the filming last night, but they were all very well behaved and didn't cause the production any difficulty, which was great. And we got everything done. We finished on time and on schedule, which bodes well for what is going to be a fairly mental week.
One more, please. Now, Alice, before we go to number 1.
And we're now on our way to Warwick for part 2 of the Grand Tour. 1 night, very quick, in and out. And I think Warwick's only 20 minutes away, so So yeah, Warwick tonight, Warwick tomorrow night, and then off to the Globe. Our hotel's on an industrial estate. How charming. Lovely historic Warwick's pastoral idyll.
That's our man.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, is he part of us?
Yeah.
Oh, that's not quite so exciting then, is it?
I didn't want to spoil the moment for you.
Oh,
did you know that all along, Wayne?
Yeah, I just didn't want to spoil
You let
the
me
moment.
stitch myself up. Thanks very much, Team Ma.
That's hilarious. Because John was saying that guy's a
Not
real
so historic,
farmer.
Warwick, then. Just us messing around. Oh, ye olde kind of archway.
That's great. Look at the beams. Oh.
Ye olde houses. Hundreds of ye olde houses. Look at that.
Arrival on artists.
That's why you come to historic Warwick.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, volunteers, clear everybody, clear the set, please.
Ye olde crash barriers. Ye olde BBC crew.
Ye olde excitement when David steps out of the car.
Ye olde... Not such a big crowd today. We're obviously... our popularity's obviously waning. Oh no, hang on, there they all are.
Historic Warwick doesn't care.
So...
Pick up the dog.
So this is proper ye olde, this. Ye olde TARDIS. Henry VI is playing this week. One of his early works. Ye olde knives. Ye olde bench with some ye olde candles on it. Ye olde potato. Ye olde barrel. Ye olde dung. This is genuine 16th century dung, which the prop department has sourced and brought all the way from Cardiff. Somebody stood in that bit. That may not be a genuine 16th century trainer print, I'm not sure, I'll have to check. Two Gentlemen of Verona is also on this week. Another of his early pieces. Genuine ye olde poster. That's genuine ye olde blue tag. Officially sourced. Yeah. It's genuine ye olde camera equipment. I wonder how long I can keep going with this genuine ye olde joke. It's amusing me, certainly.
Anything else? You can be laying that while we're setting that up. Yeah.
So if we start tightening the door.
Yeah.
Nice location, Gareth.
Thank you, Dave.
Yeah? Has it been a nightmare?
It's been a dream.
Has it?
Absolute dream. They've made it so easy here.
Really?
Absolute dream. Tough wood.
Yeah, as long as we don't break anything that's very, very old.
Don't break anything in the refinement.
Yeah.
Don't break anything in the globe.
No.
Especially don't break anything.
Are you nervous about the globe?
It's what it is. In we go.
Yeah.
In at one time, out at by a time.
He's brilliantly optimistic. We had a good night. We got everything done. I think the art department have really excelled themselves on this episode. It's really exciting to be filming this. This is what time travel would really look like.
Action. Oh yeah! The Globe Theatre.
I think it's looking good. Feels good. Bit of green screen for the Globe, but other than that, just filming on this incredible location. Everyone's body clock is now well and truly banjaxed. It's now 8:20 in the evening, and we're just starting work. We got in back to the hotel this morning about 6:30. So we're all now entirely nocturnal. But everyone seems to be coping, and I think the fact that it is such a the period detail and the scale of what we're shooting here makes it really exciting. I think everyone's enjoying it, and we've had good weather too. We had a perfect night last night. It's not looking so good tonight, but we might be lucky. You never know. And I saw the forecast for our 3 days of the Globe is pretty atrocious. However, time will tell. we do it through the night tonight, obviously, and then we head off to London tomorrow. So, fingers crossed, we'll have another good night tonight. Globe is going to be the most insane of our locations because we've got so much to do and only 3 days to do it in, so we're only filming the wide shots, and we're going to build little bits of the Globe back in Cardiff and shoot the close-ups against them. Not the way you would normally choose to film a drama, but I suppose the location is so unique, and as we can only have it for 3 days, we really have to make the absolute most of it, I suppose. But even Shakespeare in Love weren't allowed to film in the Globe. I don't quite know why they've granted us such extraordinary permission, but I'm very glad that they have. I hope we don't break anything. We're about to arrive at the Globe. Have we just driven past it? Hey. And up here, the traditional Yuldi lighting zeppelins, which of course are exactly reproduced as they were in Shakespeare's day. Is this the best location we've ever had?
I think this is probably the best location we've ever had. It's certainly the biggest.
Yeah.
And the one that's given me the most sleepless nights, anyway.
Yeah. See, when they see this, they're never going to believe we built this in a warehouse in Cardiff, are they? They're going to think it's the real thing.
I mean, there's the M4 just outside there. And there's people in the shop around the corner talking Welsh. Right. It's really not the Globe, it's a huge CGI illusion.
Yeah, very good though.
It's really well done, isn't it?
Woohoo! Dave Houghton looking a little bit nervous about how he's going to make 50 supporting artists look like 340.
Thank you.
Very good, very good. So we're here, we're finally at the Globe. We've started turning over. So we've got some stuff in the can, and this is it. We're finally here, the rain's off. So far, fingers crossed. And it's pretty exciting. What a location. It's 5:30 and dawn is beginning to show, which means we're going to have to move on to the daytime scenes any minute now. But it's gone okay tonight. The rain stayed off, and I think we've done okay. I think we've got most of what we wanted. So as long as we can finish this scene now before it gets too light, that gives us couple of hours to get in the next scene, which is daytime. Yeah, getting quite used to this nocturnal existence. Feel alright. Few people are beginning to fade, but I've been quite lucky. I've managed to conk out through the days, so I've been getting enough sleep, so I'm still in one piece really. But morning is coming.
Say again.
Dean, it's your last day.
It is my last day.
Now, Dean's grown his own beard. Yeah. You've had to have yours stuck on. Is that a reflection on your masculinity?
Can you tell the difference? I think that looks as though I was probably born with it.
No, it looks as though he was cast very last minute.
We completed the week bang on schedule, which everyone was very nervous about before we started. There was a lot to do this week in quite difficult circumstances. But maybe because everyone was so nervous about it, they were also hyper prepared, and everything went fairly seamlessly. We didn't get rained on much, and we got it all done. In fact, so much so that I didn't have to go in last night for the final night at the Globe. All my stuff was completed on the Friday night, so we were almost ahead of ourselves. It's all very grimy and nasty. It's a fairly dystopian future. I like that though, I like futures like that. It's very Blade Runner.
This episode is a new stage with the Doctor and Martha's relationship. It starts out with his normal, private, closed self.
At the start of the show, he deliberately lies to Martha, and he gives her the impression that you know, his planet is still in existence. But I think it's very easy to understand why he would do that. You know, for someone who's lost everything, and suddenly he has a chance to reset that clock to zero and be whoever he declares himself to be. He hides that, you know, he's alone, and he chooses not to confront it.
She feels his pain, that it's just adding to this kind of lonely image that he is at times.
She didn't know where she was coming. He thinks he's taking her to show her this extraordinary vista, this wonderful future land. And actually, of course, he's taken her somewhere fairly bleak and fairly grimy and fairly unpleasant and fairly dangerous. And that's very much his fault. So he's got to get her out of that, just as he threw her in it.
Cut! We're in the foundations of New York in billions of years in the future. This is, and they've arrived right at the very sort of base in the sort of underworld, basically.
Russell talked to me about this episode quite a long time ago, and I just thought it was a fantastic idea because, as ever, I love how topical Russell continually tries to be.
Okay, take it from the top. We just got to cue this Lucy's arrival.
There's very few people left outside the streets. They're all peddling drugs and living in the dirt. So there's a entire city that's lost. Actually, its heart is lost.
Cut. Okay, that's good.
The Doctor feels a great responsibility for what happens to Martha. He's brought her here, kind of showing off a little bit, showing off the universe to her. And the first thing that happens, she gets kidnapped by some dodgy-looking characters.
She's in a strange world. He brought her there on a whim. He was showing off.
Obviously, he feels responsible for that, and then really spent the rest of the episode trying to get her back.
The moment she goes missing, he feels to blame. It's not actually his lie that set that emotion, but that's how you would feel. You'd think, oh, if I'd been honest with her. So they're literally physically separated, and it's all it's more of a panic than ever.
It's the first episode that he's deprived of her in a way. You know, she's kidnapped, and I think he misses her, and he realises that actually he's started to become attached to her. He's really starting to grow to like her.
Okay, a big camera, you're okay? Just slightly dirty on the screen?
It was tricky because, ironically, you sort of go to tell one of the biggest stories we've ever told, and this huge motorway tunnel with thousands of cars, and actually you end up shooting the whole thing in like a 6 foot by 6 foot box because those cars are tiny. So it was one of the most small shoots. I think Milo, Cheen and Martha spent 4 days in that car just filming in a tiny car, which was a nightmare, but actually telling a very big story around that.
It is a tricky set to film on because it's Richard, the director's options are limited in terms of what he can shoot in there, just because you can't get that many angles. We are literally in a little wooden box.
It's very small indeed. We're coping, but it's quite slow. And one of the problems is you can only get one person in a time to sort of adjust things. That takes longer to prep each shot.
You'd think it would be ideal. It's like shooting 3 people stuck in a lift, because there are 3 people stuck in a car, and actually it's a nightmare because you've got to keep it interesting. You've still got to keep it Doctor Who. Your energy's got to keep up. Your camera angles have got to be producing good pictures. So very, very hard shoot, actually.
And number 2, please.
It helps the playing of the scene to be stuck in there all day, as we have been for several days.
Once more, please.
We wanted them to feel claustrophobic, and we wanted the actors to feel constrained.
It was really, really scary. It was so close. And then the smoke came, and then I thought something had malfunctioned, and I was going to shout cut, but I thought, no, it's not my department.
Cameras cut. Door shut, thank you.
Filming in tight spaces, never usually it's comfortable when you've got room to breathe. However, if you're trapped in a space of people that you get on with, then it's brilliant.
Let's go for full-on screams and let's see what it's like, yeah?
We were really overexcited with it all, and the adrenaline's pumping, and when Richard shouted cut, we're going to go again, me and Travis went, yes!
It's Monday the 18th of September, and Block 3 starts today. Bo's back, we've finished with Shakespeare, and suddenly we're in the far future again. Year 5,053,000,053, marvellous. Anna Hope's back as Novice Haim, she's in today, and today it's just me and her and the face of Bo, who's also back with us. He's not getting much work elsewhere, to be honest. He's quite specific casting. He's just ahead, and really, there was a chance of something on Midsummer Murders, but it didn't work out in the end. So Russell's cutting him some slack and giving him another part in this. Although he does die, so he's going to have to look for something else. I don't know. Good to be back in the future again. Bit different. Richard Clark, new director. I haven't worked with him yet, but seems like a good man. And we're in the Temple of Peace today, which sounds like something we've made up, but is an actual Cardiff location. And I found out it opened in 1938 and was a gift by Lord David Davis of Llandinnan to the Welsh people, given as a memorial to those who died in the First World War. There you go. That's it really. The cats are back. Ardal O'Hanlon joins us in a couple of days. Where you got your teeth in? Let's see. Is it nice to slip into all that stuff again?
Fabulous.
When were you up this morning?
6:45.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
You've missed it, haven't you?
I really missed it.
Sure.
Love it.
You've still got a nice wet nose, looking healthy.
Yeah. I'm a bit older though, so apparently cats' noses get a little less wet looking as they get older.
Do they?
Apparently
You're also
so.
a bit more ginger. Is that something that happens when you age?
Yeah.
sure it is. It is now.
Just over there is the Empire State Building. Martha doesn't know that she's coming to New York, and they're just taking one final little detour in the TARDIS before she thinks she's going home. They would have a clear perspective all the way up Manhattan towards the Empire State Building, which would have been the tallest thing in the skyline at that point.
Help! Somebody's locked the tent.
Hoovervilles were all over the US because every town had a huge problem with people who weren't working and who were homeless and, you know, were just sort of pushed to the edges of town. So loads of these camps sprang up.
There was disease there and it was terribly, terribly cold. And people died.
There's a Doctor Who New York, in inverted commas. It's like we're not actually showing the genuine poverty of what it would be like in Hooverville. We're not going to do stories. People haven't got their teeth missing. They don't actually look as though they smell.
And action!
With Hooverville, you just get... It's just the contrast, the poverty of people living within the city, surrounded by skyscrapers.
I love the history. I love the kind of backstory that we're telling really in these episodes about these pioneers, about people who were genuinely starving.
So you've got the glamour and the poverty side by side. It's just visually brilliant, and it's great for the story. There's always a nice image, Daleks, in the past. There's a little visual link that says to me, look, they fit the Empire State somehow. So it was that sort of ticking away that I thought, that's good. And the size and scale and glamour and misery of the Depression in 1930s New York was very attractive.
Going around the tenement museum in the Lower East Side really brought home what it was like living in one of those tiny, tiny apartments and how crowded and how cramped it would be.
This is in a tenement museum in the Lower East Side in New York. Each room in this huge house is a series of rooms or apartments that are restored according to a particular decade. And this is the 1930s apartment. And I'm slightly whispering as if I don't want to disturb anyone, which is ridiculous because there's no one here unless it's full of ghosts. The first thing you notice is how tiny it is. This is the kitchen cum living room as well. I feel like I've walked in while the family have gone out. And as you can see, there's not room to swing a cat. I guess this is kind of another living room cum bedroom. You've really got a tiny, tiny little room. And the idea of them all being crammed in together is hugely oppressive, really.
All I said to Helen was 1930s New York. I knew the Empire State Building existed in the 30s, but it was her idea to actually make the construction of it part of the story.
Initially I was casting around thinking, well, which kind of great New York iconic building or event am I actually interested in? Because it's always nice to try and tie the stories into something real and unidentifiable. In 1930, they were building the Empire State Building. You know, it's the iconic building of New York.
I love the way she's actually made the building of it so integral to the whole thing.
They're doing the scenes at the top of the Empire State Building with Mr. Diagras and the Dalek.
And action!
It just does look absolutely beautiful. You've got the marble in the Empire State Building office, and you've got the lift, and then the costumes look beautiful as well. We've got the Dalek people on set.
And we then watch the...
We've got Mr. Diagras, who becomes half of the Black Human Dalek in episode 5. And it does look absolutely gorgeous. I was watching the Dalek come out of the lift, the Art Deco lift, and it looked completely at home coming out of that environment.
I love in episode 4 that bit where you first see the Dalek and the lift door has got a light and it opens, and you know the Dalek just fits the lift in that moment.
It was like it was being hatched from a kind of Art Deco pod. The pigmen look more brutal, actually.
had a good prod of their noses. They look absolutely disgusting. Really foul, big, mean brutes. They're more kind of tusky and feral than I thought they were going to be.
It's a good example of a Doctor Who story in which the tone is very clear. It's hard to do 1930s New York in Cardiff, let's be honest.
The big challenge of the episode was making it feel authentic and making it feel like New York. So obviously, to go over there and shoot plate shots and be able to blend the real New York with bits of Cardiff, it makes that episode just feel that bit more epic.
It's ambitious to set a story in New York. It's deliberately ambitious, and I didn't know how far we could go. But again, with this design team and with this effects team, you set something rolling and off they go and they grab it and they run with it.
We come to Central Park, which is kind of where we're saying, well, where Hooverville was based at the time, and so we've, obviously it's not here anymore, so we've had to shoot plates of Central Park and buildings. If you look around, the kind of period buildings, a lot of which haven't changed since the 30s, and we're going to construct a kind of collage, if you like.
Essentially, we're painting out the modern buildings and leaving the 30s buildings and then adding the Empire State Building into the shot.
Because we only have a limited number of special effects shots, we have had to find a piece of wall up in Cardiff which matches the base of the statue. We'll film David and Freeman against green screens and then put them in, and when we finished it'll look like the TARDIS really has landed here. Manhattan's over there, the most beautiful view on a really gorgeous sunny day. I am sitting here thinking, how are we going to match this in Cardiff in November? But hey, we need a lot of luck. We're a month later now. It's a month since we shot those plate shots in New York, and the weather is exactly the same today as it was that day, which is kind of gobsmacking because it's been raining for 2 weeks here. This is actually a fantastic match for the base of the Statue of Liberty. The brick on the wall here is almost identical. We looked at every piece of wall and brick in Cardiff really to find this. And then there's the grass in front, and so when we jump back and paste this into the real plate shots of the Statue of Liberty, it's going to be a fantastically easy match.
And action!
There's a bit of ill feeling around this morning because everybody's really annoyed that we got to go to the real place, and here they are in Cardiff, trying to recreate the magic of New York.
Sorry, can I just point out our lovely producer Phil and our director James and our visual effects man Dave and some of the Doctor Who Confidential crew all got a nice weekend in Manhattan. We are in a car park in the Penarth Leisure Centre. Draw your own conclusion.
I'm ashamed.
And a local dog just weed on the TARDIS.
We put our actors against green screen and then we put the real view behind it. So it looks like they're really standing and looking out over Manhattan. All the stuff we shot with David and Freeman today will match exactly what we shot in New York. So it couldn't be better. It couldn't be more perfect. It's brilliant.
Cut there.
This is called, we call it det cord. It's a high explosive as an igniter cord. But what we do is we wrap it around petrol, and when it goes off, it just creates a really clean, nice, big fireball. Like any high explosive, it obviously sends a shockwave, and it's very dangerous. This back mortar pot is going to be a big ball of flame. Alright? Angled straight up. No, we're going to put some fire out of it with petrol. Firing straight up in the air, to debris, pushing towards that camera that's going to be over there. And over there as well.
Camera somewhere here. Explosions there, and the Daleks, up in the sky. So and then our stuntman will fly towards us.
And turn over. Okay, stand by, Danny. Here we go.
You can, man.
Background action. I need to see Daleks in the sky. Okay, Danny, you ready? Ready. Action. Okay. Fires out. Get out there.
That went bang, didn't it? I'm happy with that. That was good. Very good.
It's the 26th of October, and we're now well into filming episodes 4 and 5. The Daleks in 1930s Manhattan. 1930s Manhattan is, of course, being recreated in 2006 Cardiff. Although our director and producer and some members of our confidential team did manage to get a bit of a jolly over in with a weekend in Manhattan. Somehow I was still here filming in the rain. I don't quite know how that got divided up, but they all had a very good time and shot some plate shots, I think, for us. But basically 1930s Manhattan is Cardiff. We're about to go down the sewers right now, which is a fantastic set, which I've just seen for the first time. And of course the Daleks are back. There's just something kind of timeless about them, and it's just hard to beat when they trundle on set for the first time.
Action.
Miranda, who plays Tallulah, just saw one for the first time and squeaked. Good script. James Strong is back directing. He was with us last year and he's back again via a couple of episodes of Torchwood, which he's done in the meantime. So it's all systems go, really.
And action.
It should be on the rig.
Nick.
David, which Dalek are you?
Hello, Dave. I'm Dalek 3.
Dalek 3.
Bronze Dalek 3. I don't see that me being 3 means I'm any lesser than the others.
I don't either. I wasn't suggesting that for a second. I just know they're very specific in the scripts as to who's doing what this time round, aren't they? Why's that happened? It used to be just whoever was around, just sort of...
I know. And now one will come in, finish for lunch, and then 3 will come afterwards.
Yeah.
The Daleks are like that. They're very pernickety about it. You would know that being...
There's obviously been unionisation of the Daleks.
That's right, yeah.
Since we last met.
As you all know, after anything becomes successful, people start getting fussy about it.
Yeah.
Like saying, well, now I want this now.
Yeah.
Now I want, the Daleks will be asking for things in their trailers and all kinds.
Has it been upgraded internally in any way? Are the seats any comfier?
No, it's just as comfortable as it ever was before.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, which is why I'm leaving my head off until the last night.
Sure. Don't you have to wear a black balaclava or something? Oh, there it is.
I have, if the viewers are interested.
Cunningly hidden.
Rather nice one here. Would you like to see it on?
It's rather silken, I think, yeah.
I put it on like this, and when the shot's about to happen, to make sure that I'm in a suitably Dalek frame of mind,
yeah,
I go like this.
That's nice, that's nice. And I think we can tell.
As the Doctor, that the actors inside are really...
I can feel it, and I know when you're not doing that.
Yeah.
It makes all the difference.
And I know you know.
Is that bit of tarpaulin going to hide us from the evil of the Daleks?
Yes, this will completely disguise you. There we go.
Well, it does work because you've just vanished.
I'm completely gone now.
You have, yeah.
Absolutely nobody here.
Yeah, good.
Just step out and it's amazing, isn't it?
That is. David Copperfield would be proud.
It was growing and it's alive. What we're going to do, this is open in the theatre.
Yeah. Coming
Climb
down
down the
ladder,
ladder.
open, then close it because it's all dank and horrible.
Someone's spoken to us.
They have.
I might as well just go home.
James thinks he's directing this, but he's not.
I'm gone off now. Have a good
Hang up your
rest of the day. Yeah.
Cheers, bye.
Thanks a lot. Cheers.
Yeah.
Best of luck with it. Cheers.
Thanks.
Got timing and everything.
Yeah. How are your slippers feeling in this dank and miserable? Nice. It's what every showgirl was wearing in the 1930s.
Flash. Do you want a flash?
Yeah, go on. Oh, steady. Woohoo! It's very fairy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and his eye as well. His eyeball.
If you want to step off, you went the wrong way. I went to the left way.
That's a freaky little creation all the way around. This is Eric with the top half of his head missing. This is human Dalek in relax mode.
Comfortable.
Is it comfortable in any way? At least he's honest.
You look positively beautiful compared to him now.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I think he's the one up to me.
We've got everything today. Pigs, half pigs, Daleks, Fremont. No, last year, Dalek Kane only had one line. Dalek Khan only had one line.
That's right.
So you did it in your very low,
painful,
gruffly, painful voice.
You will form a line.
This year, he's got quite a big scene. So is he still going to have the same voice, or are you going to have the same sore throat?
He has got the same voice.
Yeah.
Because unfortunately, he's got the sexiest name.
Yeah.
Khan, you see, that's a good strong name.
Right.
But yeah, so what happens when Khan takes over? He's going to start going a bit higher, and then he will be easier to do.
You saved the Doctor. Why?
Russell and I discussed this, and he said, well, because he's become the commander, he changes.
No, I'm glad this has been thought through.
Oh, yes.
You will die, Doctor. It's the beginning of a new age.
I'm glad. I'm glad you
also give Jast the least number of lines because he's ridiculous.
Because he speaks like that.
He's Zippy from Rainbow, right?
He's a high Zippy. Planet Earth will become new Skaro.
I'm listening to this through this mic, so it sounds fantastic. You know,
yeah, it's going to sound. When you hear this back, you're going to love it. No, I think
humiliated myself.
No, you really haven't. What you've done is humiliate the Dalek race. That's what you've done.
They'll be after me.
Yeah, they really will.
They're in here. Look, you see, look. This is where I keep the Daleks.
Hi, Miranda.
Hi.
Hi. This is your last day, isn't it?
It's very sad.
Are you sad?
I am sad, actually. I'm going to miss it.
Have you had a nice time?
Everybody's really nice.
Yeah. Is it the best job you've ever done?
The best job I have ever done.
Right. We've got that now on tape.
Yeah.
I'm going to show that to the producers of Spooks.
Please, no.
No. Yeah.
You might ask me back and have a spin-off called Tallulah.
Well, you could come back. No, I mean, it could be The Pig and the Showgirl. Could be a series.
Could be.
Yeah, you could solve crimes in Manhattan. That would be quite good.
That's a very good idea.
Yeah.
Very capable artists. Decide right.
That was the name that used to be on your trailer.
Mark. Yeah.
So we're in the Daleks Transgenic Lab today, which is in an old, I think it's a disused television screen factory down in Cardiff Bay. But it looks fantastic down here. Bubbling potions and demi-johns full of coloured goodness knows what. It's quite exciting today.
What is that monster?
I prefer to call them creatures myself.
The best kind of monsters are the ones that terrify you.
Weird and wonderful characters for the Doctor to face.
We're going to have a big monster that's going to jump down here.
I don't know, what do you think a monster is?
4A1, take one. Monster!
It's a joy to cast Mark. He's obviously been on our radar because he's worked with us on scripts. It's a fundamental part of the team. Is Mark?
It's a brilliant story, an absolute dream path because it's kind of three villains in one.
It was actually very easy to direct Mark in Old and Young because he does it so incredibly well.
You know, I always hoped if I got to be in the show, it would be something juicy like this, and it's just brilliant.
Mark as an old man, he seamlessly slipped into it. In fact, it was so good, it was quite hard to tell that it was Mark. I mean, it was like an old man.
With any prosthetic, I mean, the first thing is we need a cast of the actor's face, and this effectively gives us a reproduction of their head. Onto that cast, we model the whole look, so it's all done with wax, and then we make moulds of that, and we fill that with a silicone gel material, and it's really fleshy, really stretchy. The majority of the prosthetics, one large piece, so that all gets pulled on. He's covered in glue, everything's kind of glued down, edges blended in. So it's three hours in total to get it all on there.
It's amazing, amazing transformation. It feels like skin, it's just warm, the touch. And it's mobile, neck and everything. It restricts you just enough to actually move like an old person, but it's very comfortable.
I knew that Lazarus was going to have Mark Gatiss' face in some way kind of at the centre of it, and then there are legs, there's a kind of scuttling motion. But beyond that, I'm slightly making it up in my own head during those scenes.
Whenever there's a monster in Doctor Who, we always want to make it CGI.
The Mill, I never ceased to be amazed by the size of the team. There were something like 50 full-time people sitting at computers. It's like a hive in there. Each person's doing a different thing.
The first versions that we did, we took a load of photos of him. We built his head fully in CG, and then when we put that to the model, we were having problems. It was just looking too much like a human head stuck on, and we just had to try and make him feel a little bit more threatening. We added bits in like the mouth that opens up, really kind of like wrinkling up his face till it kind of felt right. It felt that it was sitting nicely on the model.
I thought it was time to ask the Mill for a really lively, big, cumbersome but light creature that could move like lightning and strike people down and have a huge presence on the set. So that's what they did, and there he is. He's brilliant.
Okay, right. Yeah.
All clear back in.
Yeah.
This sequence is tying in with where the Doctor is trying to make the lab explode by turning on all the gas taps.
David, whose idea was it for you to do this stunt?
I was never consulted. I just looked up the schedule and I saw that I was there doing it myself.
It could have been mine, and I don't remember that at all.
It was yours.
I think it was just generally assumed that it would be best if we did.
There's this whole thing about actors doing their own stunts, and that if you don't do your own stunts, you're in some way, I don't know, wanting in manliness. But the truth of the matter is that I wouldn't be allowed to do it unless it was completely safe.
This is usually a stuntman's job, but they asked me if I could use David, which made me a little bit nervous, because obviously you're talking about your lead actor doing it. I tested it myself, and we checked the heights of the fire and the distance of safety distance. I needed to gauge it with the heat and everything else before I could put my main actor in it.
Have you done one before with a fireball?
No.
No.
Action.
Thanks, Tom.
It's Tuesday, the 3rd of October. We're in Wells Cathedral, which is going to be doubling for Southwark Cathedral. So outside those doors should be London, but it's not. It's the rather beautiful city of Wells. And we're here for 2 nights. And I'm about to be in shot, so I'd better move. We've got Steadicams and everything. This is the bit where Kirsty takes photographs of me for continuity purposes.
Thank you.
It's a pleasure. At least these will be a bit different
They will
to the usual
photographs of me looking exactly the same every day. This is my new DJ. It's quite posh. None of your rubbish. Here's Gugu in her posh frock.
This is my dress.
It's nice. It's nice to have
My shoes.
girls in posh frocks. It's all too rare on Doctor Who. Freeman's in a posh frock too, but she's wearing an actually dressing gown, so we can't actually see it at the moment.
Are you taking a picture of my pants?
But she's got new hair tonight. Oh, there! Oh, flash of a flash of calf.
Yeah, just a little bit. See the rest later.
Yeah, you tease.
Guys, can we head up to first positions, please?
That's
Thank
Dan,
you
the first. Very masterful. Well, Mark Gatiss, welcome to Doctor Who.
Well, thank you, Doctor.
In a different capacity this year.
Yes.
Actually in it. And right now, in a baby grow.
In it.
Yeah.
I'm in it.
Baby
now.
grow in slippers.
I'm in it to win it. Yeah, I played this elderly man who's escaped from a lunatic asylum.
Yeah.
And takes refuge in Southwark Cathedral.
Yeah.
But I'm thrilled to be here.
So when you were a small
last.
child watching John Pertwee in his smoking jacket up in the frozen north, thinking you might one day be in the show, did you envisage the squatting naked in a cathedral in the middle of the night?
Actually, yes.
Yeah, funnily enough,
That's the way
it's
they
worked out
always
exactly.
knew that actually this would be my ultimate Doctor Who costume.
That is a flesh-coloured jockstrap, right there.
It is.
And you don't see many of them in Doctor Who, as a
No,
rule.
you used to.
Not since Kinder. It's 3:30 in the morning in our first night shoot. How are you bearing up, Sarah?
I'm actually just about to check the directions back to the hotel.
What, because you're that desperate for your bed?
Yeah. I'm
When
wondering how
do we
long
actually
it's
finish tonight?
6 a.m.
Which is about 2.5 hours away, right?
It is 2.5 hours away.
Yeah.
And counting.
Yeah.
Although I do love my job.
Of course you do. How are you bearing up, Kirsty?
Okay.
You tired?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Are you going to make it till 6 o'clock?
I have to. I didn't get much choice.
Well. How are you doing, Gugu?
Alright, a little sleepy.
Sleepy?
Loving my little blue.
That's all looking very cosy there.
It's not helping, it's making me feel like I'm about to go to bed.
Well, yeah, admittedly that's not great.
How are you doing?
Let's get cokes off then, please.
I'm sort of in denial about it, which is working for me so far. That's God. First time he's appeared in Doctor Who.
Well.
And that's an entire BBC film crew hidden in the transept. Hey!
Oh, yeah? This is optional, actually.
That's a lovely flap of skin.
Yeah, I love your flans. If only we're this easy. Not bad, eh?
How long does it take today?
I came in at 3:30. I think we were down here by 6:30. Quite easy to take off, except the hands, which are all latex and they take longer. Yeah, this just peeled off. It's amazing. I'm hoping that when I get to 76, I'll be able to do it. Actually, I was thinking of inventing a genetic manipulation device myself.
Those teeth just give you the tiniest sort of old man whistle as well. It's
I
perfect.
know, it's great, isn't it? Because they're great. You don't have to talk over them, but they just have a little bit.
Yeah.
It's kind of like chewing on a yogurt carton. It's weird. Practically transparent.
Yeah, they're made out of a yogurt carton, aren't they?
Yeah.
Remarkably
It's just
enough.
like the old days. They're doubling up as a spaceship later on. The bridge in space. What are we doing, David?
About a week ago, we filmed Mark dead on the floor of Wells Cathedral, and I closed his eyes. But he has to return to old man state as his eyes are closed. So this is the second half of that. I suspect this might be a little bit fiddly and might take a little while to get right.
Well, the battery's going, so we better hurry up.
Oh, okay.
That's about it. This line feels, and it needs to be Dutched a bit.
It needs to be Dutched a bit.
Good. And your right hand, your left hand would be up. Other way. Yeah. So that bit sort of thing.
Mark's trying to check what he did a week and a half ago, but he can't see a thing through his cataracty contact lenses. It's all a disaster.
Oh, Magoo, you've done it again.
We're recreating Wells Cathedral inside this modern office block.
And recreating that shot, absolutely, exactly.
Yeah, because in this shot, he's obviously young, and when the doctor puts his hand over him, he's going to look back and be suddenly old.
So, can I move it down this way? So, you're about there.
Can you look at Morty? The other way, turn your head the other way. There. Like that. And that's got to do it.
Yeah. It's a sprint to the finish line.
I'm happy to cut. Moving on.
What I like is that sort of slightly British, slightly knackered, slightly homemade feel to it.
It had to be a working spaceship. It's actually an old industrial kind of lorry of a ship.
This is our airlock. So this runs off the main spine of our ship. So off the main corridor end, we've got lots of different airlocks for different purposes. So this airlock, for instance, is for going out and doing spacewalks, etc. And outside of our airlock door, there's a series of buttons which light up. And then inside this control panel then, there's a large lever which the doctor's trying to hit down. So this is our escape pod. So what we've tried to do here is to evoke a different feeling. So we've gone for really blue, cool colours to show the difference between here and what the airlock is, and then into the corridors, which are an oily red and hot, steamy orange and amber.
Action.
So this is our medical centre. This is what used to be, many moons ago, our MRI machine in episode 1. So this is our engineering room. So this is the real, like, the heart of our ship, you know. So this is all the engines have been. Luckily, we've been given a fantastic location by Gareth, our locations manager. So we're actually in a paper mill now. So we're underneath the rollers, which used to roll all the paper. So it's a terrifying place. So we've built these sort of 4 engines which run down this room. So this is our venting room. So this is where the TARDIS is. So we've built a doorway into this space, and then our special effects crew then are going to put steam and everything coming out of all these existing machines. And then the good old faithful TARDIS is in here. And the rest of this space is all as the location is.
We were looking for an actress to play McDonald. I wanted an actress who was both earthy but vulnerable. So you want an earthy leader, quite aggressive, quite tough, but a vulnerability.
That's exactly what that part needed. You just needed to see those two things conflicting within her all the time, and in fact the balance between the two breaking down as her world breaks down.
Michelle Collins was suggested by Phil Collinson, which I thought was a fantastic idea. I found her questioning of scenes and how to play them fabulous. What she brought to the character, both the reality of the character, the humaneness of that person, and the boss and the captain of the ship. I thought it was terrific. I thought it was a really beautifully balanced performance.
It's always difficult when you do things like this, because the last scene, the very last scene first, where we're ejected from the spaceship, and I do it. Basically, it's a bit of a double suicide pact, really.
There's a very romantic moment in what she does. Yes, she kills them both, but it's through great love. She absolutely loves what was her husband.
So it's tragically beautiful, and it's quite a soft moment in what otherwise would be a hardcore relentless episode.
It was quite difficult to sort of get to that emotional point, which is the very end of it. And this is all on the first day.
I think the first draft of the script came in and it was a spaceship hurtling towards the sun, and it was just, as we talked about it just needed another element, another layer.
I suppose calling it the episode 42, giving yourself 42 minutes, it absolutely happens in real time, which I don't think we've ever done before.
You're under this huge pressure that if you don't hurry up, then time is ticking.
When the clock runs out, the episode is over, it's a sprint to the finish line.
One of the things that the director's always going on about is like ticking clock, pressure.
On the 3-shot, let David walk out and we hold that and run that until it falls apart. The difficulty I had was to make sure that everybody in every scene was giving it pace, energy, remembering the clock is ticking.
Before every take, he bellows, "Loads of pace and energy!"
Loads of energy and pace, here we go. Action.
But he's right to, because it needs that. It needs to feel like the clock is ticking the whole time.
Gives it just that third element, that third spin that says this episode's different.
So it's January 2007 and we're filming episode 7, which has been a bit of a funny one because it moved around the schedules quite a bit, and we were actually supposed to be filming episode 11 at the moment originally, but because of script availability and actor availability, suddenly episode 7 was moved up and has been got together in kind of record time, I think. The cast was assembled in about a week. I don't know how physically the Arts Department have done it, how they've created the sets and all the various quite complicated props and bits and pieces that we need for this one. And I think we've all been feeling that it's just, this one has kind of been thrown upon us in a way. Maybe that'll be good. Maybe that'll be give it the sort of energy and slight kind of madness that it needs. It all happens in 42 minutes, hence the name 42, which is what it's called at the moment. Whether it'll still be called that in transmission remains to be seen. We're in Caldicot in Monmouthshire, in a bit of an unused factory, and it's very dirty and it's very cold. Dirty's fine, and very good for what we're doing. Cold's not so good, as we're supposed to be tumbling into the sun at the moment, but our breath is actually freezing in the air. We had to stop and redo a bit the other day and bring in blow heaters and warm everybody up. Breath freezing in the air really isn't appropriate when it's supposed to be 8 million degrees centigrade. So we've got actors being smeared in baby oil to look like they're hot. We've got special effects pumping steam out to look like the whole place is reaching boiling point. Whereas in actual fact, we're freezing. But we're filming in Wales in January. One would expect little else, I suppose. So for episode 7, I'm back in the old spacesuit. It's actually a slightly different one to last year. It goes on a little bit easier. It's got a different bit around here, and it is actually red, whereas last year's was orange. But on set, all the lighting's orange because we're falling into the sun, so it looks exactly the same as last year's. So we could have saved a bit of money there. How much welding research have you done for this role? Yeah?
I am actually a professional welder.
Are you a professional welder? Is that where they found you?
Yeah.
On a shipyard somewhere?
I base myself on flash dance.
Nice.
Yeah, welder by
I thought
day.
I'd seen that in your performance actually. I'd definitely seen hints of Jennifer Beals.
Yes. I watched the film quite a few times before I came.
That's Mark who's doing the special light in the eyes effect. It's a little bit tricky to line up.
Yeah. So when I sent it, as he closes his eyes, so then as he opens his eyes, I can go bum.
And then he screams 1, 2, 4. Thank you.
You'd think it was a high-tech computer effect, wouldn't you? But it's just Mark's fingers. How are you coping, Gareth?
Coping really well.
Yeah? It's not what you were saying when the camera wasn't on you.
No, I was quietly wetting myself in a corner looking at my watch thinking, about an hour and a half behind.
An hour and a half, that's nothing on this show.
Start the day an hour and a half behind. From 8 o'clock, we're an hour and a half behind.
This is the putting the yolk on process. This is Kirsty, who's currently trying to attach my microphone.
Somewhere.
Kirsty didn't want to be on camera, but I just switched it on anyway. Is it easier than last year, Kirsty?
Yes.
We discovered there was a clip this morning which we could undo, which made the whole process about 20 minutes quicker. Kirsty's a skilled costume professional, and don't let anyone tell you any different.
Keep tight in, Mark. 207, take 3. A camera marker. Keep going. Here we go then. And action. Martha! David.
I can't fight it. Give it back. Burn with me. Burn with me, Martha.
Not there. Thank you. Pretty damn good, mate. I don't know if it's good enough.
I don't know what you're worried about, Lee. What spaceship do you know that doesn't have a stone floor?
Well, not many spaces with a big white line running across the bottom. Well, maybe they do.
I think that in the future they will be tarmacking all their spaceships.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
It looks very much like factory
Yeah.
floor.
Just stay to one side, guys. Big check on this lab.
There's our author and script editor, deep in literary conversation.
Scan over my lines in my head.
Yeah, this is... Freema's got an electronic device for learning her lines.
Yes.
It doesn't play Tetris or anything. There's snow due for later today, apparently.
Inside.
It was
Actually inside.
That'll be a little rewrite.
Yeah.
The studios here have just got so cold. Cardiff's just freezing. I don't know how much more I can take. I'm going out maybe sometime. I've been frozen up. I've been iced up for this tiny little scene. It's taken about an hour to get covered in all these ice crystal things. It feels like having cold slime painted on your face and then sprinkled with frosting. But it looks quite cool. And I've got a whole iced version of the spacesuit to put on as well. I think originally in the script there was quite a few sequences with all this when I was frozen in the stasis chamber. It's now just one tiny little scene. It's quite a palaver to go through for just that.
Martha, you can't stop it, not yet!
What happened?
Power's been cut in engineering.
But who's down there?
Leave it to me.
You, David.
Impact in 4:47.
Well, that's it. That was quite quick, actually, mercifully. And it's all starting to rather... Oh! There you go, attractively peel off. So now I've got to get in the shower and hope the rest of it comes off. And get into the suit again for after lunch. What a palaver for that tiny scene.
Hello,
I'm Freema Agyeman. You might know me as Martha Jones in Doctor Who. You all saw how wonderful the series looked. I'm now going to take you on a tour around the studios and introduce you to some of the people who helped make that magic happen. Hello. So this is reception, and we're going to have a look at the offices upstairs. Now, when I'm here, I spend most of my time on set, so I don't know exactly what goes on in every single one of these offices, but let's go and have a nosy anyway. Sarah Jane goes on here, I do know that, as well as Doctor Who. Hello. And the art department's up here as well. People working, so... And then we have the Doctor Who office in here, where there's always loads and loads of things going on. They all look like they're working really hard. Have a look, there we go in. So this is where like all the call sheets are printed up and all the production coordinating and loads and loads of things go on here. Jess I used to call all the time for any and everything because I didn't know anything about Cardiff, so I'd call her all the time and ask for help about everything. And she's just eternally helpful, as is everybody else. So now, this length of the corridor is Torchwood. We had Sarah Jane and Doctor Who down there, so this is Torchwood. And just in case you get lost and don't know where you are, he will guide you. The gorgeous John Barrowman. These are the toilets, I know that much. And that's Graham Harper, the most wonderful director in the world. I can see champagne in there, that's always good. Whose office is that? This is the Torchwood production office. I've never been in here. Oh my God. How exciting. Oh look, Eve. Picture of Eve with her Welsh BAFTA. Right, now let's head on downstairs and have a sneaky peek at the studio. So this is the Blue Box Cafe, where obviously you can get things to eat and drink, but at the moment what's going on is a production meeting for the Christmas special, so we can either earwig or just ask Bill. What is going on, please?
Well, today is the second day of recce's, and recce's are basically where we all get on a bus, all the heads of department get on a bus, and we go around all the different locations and sets that we're going to film in across the next block of episodes. So we've just spent 2 days doing that. At the end of that, we all sit down and have a great big meeting, all the heads of department, all the special effects people, the stunt people, everybody who's going to be involved in the shoot, and we just talk through the whole schedule, day by day by day, scene by scene by scene. So we're not standing there on the day really saying, oh, where's that monster, or where's that bit of green screen, or where are we putting the camera. We have to try and work out as much as we can in advance. We're standing outside Studio 6 here. And they're building the first set that we'll shoot on in 4 days' time on Monday. I'm a little bit taken aback at how little has been done here. It has to be said, given that we're all going to be standing on there filming.
That particular set? Oh my God.
This is 2 ends of a bridge that the characters have to cross. They have to get from A to B across a bridge that spans a big chasm. The whole thing is surrounded by green screens, so that then the mill can paint in all the chasm that's around them and the big dangerous drop that's underneath them. By the time you see it in the Christmas special, it's going to feel pretty dangerous.
Of course, I cannot wait to see it. Honestly, it's so amazing.
I know, and it's going to be strange because you're not in this one.
Yeah, but I'm still
in this one. So I mean, it's strange for us, but it'll be strange for you too. So I'm going to go have this meeting.
Do some work, my darling.
Nice to see you.
Absolutely adorable to see you.
Lots of love.
Thank you, baby. Bye. Let's just go and have a look. Come. What's really exciting about this for me is I never get to see this side of it. Literally, you walk onto a new set and it's just all there and beautiful and done up. And I've often said, who are the people that do this? Because I've never met the construction guys, and they say they're like little elves in the night. They just do all the amazing work and then flitter off before we ever get there. So this is a really fun behind the scenes moment for me as well. This is Alan, the construction charge hand, who can give us a little bit of insight into what's going on here today. So we've just been told that this is the Christmas special set.
Yeah.
And we've also been told that it should be ready imminently. How's that going?
Filming it on Monday, but from a construction point of view, we're going to have it finished by the end of play tomorrow, so the paint doesn't get at.
Oh, of course. Then you've got other people coming in to do their section as well.
Dressing and whatever.
Like, 2 of my favourite sets were the sewers in 4 and 5.
Oh yes.
That, was just. There was a sewer in the room, as far as I was concerned. Not that I'd go walking in sewers, but I know that that's how they'd look. And also, how was that to do?
That was pretty good, yeah. We were still put a tight deadline on that one.
Yeah.
And just a big paint job.
Yeah, it really was a complicated deal. And also the cottage in episode 8 or 9. Yeah, that was that.
I slept since that one, I think.
Well, you don't look tired. You know, you look just pretend you work hard.
I'm sure. Do nothing.
Well, listen, thank you so much for having a chat. And yeah, we'll just let them get on because they've got like 0 time left. So, having just seen the magic of the sets, we're now going to go and talk to the people who are responsible for dressing them and all the detail that goes into like all the props and whether it's, you know, a teapot in a room or a sonic screwdriver or, you know, an amazing gun or something. I've often wondered who makes all these things, and I've never met these guys before. So, come in, let's go and say hello and go and have a little snoop around as well. Hiya, Barry.
Oh, hello.
You all right, love?
How are you? All right?
Good. Very well, thank you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we've just come to see where all the magic happened.
Well, we make all the props for your show, and Torchwood and Sarah Jane. John's making sort of canisters over here based on this design. And I've got a day to make this beastie there.
A day to make it?
Yeah.
Oh, the pressure's on in every department, isn't it?
It usually is. These are the Titanic rings that you saw at the end of the last series.
Sure.
You know, we're making a few more of those. We make a lot of guns, so there's some over here we've just done for Torchwood Market. That's the gun that we've just made for this episode.
So, how much of the time are you using fake guns?
All the time.
All the time.
All the time.
But when they fire them, obviously.
Oh, they're putting CGI. I mean, we do put lights in. If you remember, the Jadoon guns had lights and little LEDs and things like this. But these are quite a basic sort of, just a basic prop.
Good, weighty.
Yeah. We also have one of these, which you probably recognise.
Thank you. Oh, is that from the Daleks in Manhattan?
That's right. Yeah, the Tommy gun. We made 21 of these. We made this Dalek here. This was completely from scratch. It's the new version of the Dalek in as much as it divides, so they can get it through doors now when they take it on set. The skirt will come off, and this is a separate piece, and this is a separate piece. Cool. And then, well, there's no animatronics in there, but it is, you know, basically ready to operate this one.
Exterminate! You're revamping the Sonic or something, are you? I've heard.
Yeah, Nick's been re-machining it. So there's an old body there. You know, it's all got a little bit dog-eared where, you know, David's been throwing around.
Doctor?
Sorry. We are in the process of just revamping it. And it's this little LED in there. And so that's just got to be painted now and the crackle grades put on and what have you.
As you can see, every inch of this studio is used for something or other. You might recognise this little bit of set behind me. It's from Totally Doctor Who, but the show's finished now, so it's all closed up. But just a stone's throw away in this direction, you won't believe what we've got through there. Ta-da! It's the outside of the TARDIS, which looks like a great big tortoise. So, this is the inside of the TARDIS, and the first thing we see when we walk in is a coat stand. Bit random because the Doctor never actually uses it. He always throws his coat through this loopy thing here, and then usually bounds up to the console. And if we do that today, we will find Matt, the art department coordinator. There's just so many odds and sods and
bits and bobs.
We
scour everything, junkyards, there's a bit of jet planes in here, so we just try and use all sorts. Hopefully no one would really recognise where they come from. David likes to just go wild in here and use all the buttons that he possibly can. John Sim went a little bit overboard and broke all this off.
Did he break that?
That's the bit. It's fine. He's the master, he's sort of allowed to.
What's this made of? Because obviously when I first come on the set, I didn't think it was going to sound like that.
it's some sort of almost cling film with a type of foam over the top. We've run lights all the way through it, so there's some bit of luminosity coming from it. Hopefully we don't get people banging into it when we film, otherwise it'd give it away a little bit.
The clever thing is, as well when we film on it is if you take a look over there, there's actually No set over there. You kind of feel like you're on a stage here. I did sometimes because there can be, 50 people out there at any one time, and you're there playing to the cameras, and then you kind of look out and there's just
just a sea of faces.
sea of faces out there as well. So
it's fantastic. You never get bored of coming onto this set.
We'll just let you fiddle and recreate and do
Thank
whatever
you.
it is you do here. Thanks very much.
See you later.
Cheers. We have something else round here. So if you'd just like to follow me through here, you will see the back of the Torchwood set. And literally, we have just gone round the TARDIS. They are so close to each other. So obviously, you couldn't have everybody on their own set at the same time. So you kind of have to take it in turns to be in here and film on your set. Otherwise, it'd be too noisy. So have a little look in there. The Torchwood hub. How marvellous. So, straight off the set, we find ourselves on a corridor where all the editing takes place. Now, at the end of all the editing does take place on set, so at the end of the day, all the rushes are taken over to the loading suite, and the rushes are footage that's been filmed that day. And once in the loading suite, they're loaded up into a big computer and then cut and pasted, and I don't know all the technological terms. Let's go and talk to the people who do.
When we get the tapes at the end of the day from filming, they come to us and we ingest them into our editing system here. And we start logging away and preparing for the editors who would come in the next morning, and they start chopping away then. So literally when the director gets into the edit, he's got a rough cut of what's going on, and they just fine-tune it in the fine cut.
I mean, it does look very organised here, but there's lots of papers.
There's lots of paperwork. So these are what we get from our lovely continuity people on set. So basically, they log everything that you guys do. So any kind of change in continuity with, dialogue or movement, she would note down for us on this piece of paper. So the editor will know, oh, that take is not going to match with the next one because Freema's scratching her head or something.
Yeah.
So everything is down on there for them to kind of as a guide. Everything goes in, and it's these are what we call bins, and these are the clips, and then we stick them down on what we call a timeline, which is a sequence, and all chopped together. Then it gives you a final piece, or it should do. So.
And what's this little fellow doing here?
This little fella, I cannot say because it's for a future programme, so it's top secret. Yes. Watch this space.
Watch that space. So it's not just offices and studio space we have here. This is the warehouse. They keep all the props that make every scene in Doctor Who look so realistic. There's everything in here from sofas to spaghetti sauce. And there's a little area just off here that's kept locked at all times because it has some very valuable props inside, which I'm sure you will be able to identify. We have our fellow here, and his buddy, and his little friend over there whose clothes don't match. But anyway, outside, I can see somebody getting ready to entertain us. And that's Nick Briggs, the voice of the Daleks.
Hello.
Hello.
Thank you for that round of applause.
Yeah, you deserve it.
I was in my own little world there.
Listening to what?
Well, this sort of thing. I like it.
Groovy. Right.
Do you want to know how it works?
What's this?
Yes, this is a sound mixer. This is a ring modulator.
Right.
This is a microphone.
Yeah.
This is my mouth. I make a noise into there. It goes down this wire into here, comes out of there. This wire goes into there, which kind of does funny stuff to it. It breaks the voice up, but you can do weird things with it like that. If I just talk like that, it doesn't really sound like a Dalek. You have to do that. Exterminate. Do you want to go?
Okay.
Go on.
Well, can we do this
Yes.
a little bit from here? But can I read them and you read Martha?
Okay, yes.
Intelligence scan initiate.
Intelligence scan.
That sounds terrible.
Carry on.
Superior intelligence. This one will become an ultimate hybrid.
A what?
Silence.
You can't just experiment on people. It's insane. It's inhuman.
We are not human. Take her away.
That actually got quite good at the end, I think. Don't you think? Yeah. What did you think of my Martha?
Let's just swap back, honey bunny. You do your thing, I'll do mine. That is fun. Do you just take it home and play with it?
No, I just live here. So if you could just leave me alone, I'm going back to my own world.
Intelligence scan negative.
Let's leave
Please
it to it.
leave. Go away. Exterminate. Exterminate.
Right, now let's just see what's in here. Big shiny red doors, found something very exciting. Right, here we have the costume storage space. This is Lindsay and she is the costume supervisor. So, can you just tell us a bit about what all these costumes are?
We're starting to load up now for Series 4, so we've got all our keep warm coats and things here. And then upstairs on this level, we've got all our costumes from Series 1, 2 and 3. All packed away up there. And this is all your clothes from Series 3.
The colours are kind of, they all, it's not like a yellow or something in there that just goes through like the rest. It's all really
It's all kind of blended in.
Yeah.
It's like the Martha colours, wasn't it?
Yeah. So colours I absolutely adore. Anyway, so. Let's start at the beginning. Now this, I wore the first time that we see Martha.
Yeah. Walking down the street on the mobile phone.
Yeah.
Going to work.
But then that was the only time I actually got to wear it, and I really like this. But
it's nice.
This is just what's the classic Martha
This
look,
is the
really,
Martha
isn't it?
That's brilliant. And this is on the doll and all the sort of promotional stuff and the DVD packaging. This is you now, isn't it?
And I remember when we were shopping for this, Lou did say to me, Louise, paid costume designer, did say, make sure that whatever you agree to, you're not going to get tired of, because we knew that it would be.
It was like, and it was sort of 6 episodes that you were in this for,
Yeah.
weren't you? So
Yeah.
it was a really long time.
Because, well, we didn't film in order. We filmed 1 and 2, didn't we? And then 3
Then
and
we
6.
did 3 and 6, yeah.
So I wasn't actually in this for 6 episodes straight.
Yeah.
But so the 4th episode that we filmed, I got to change outfits. But that was the right time, I thought.
Yeah.
Because it broke that up for me.
Exactly. I think we had about 4 of those in the end. There's 3 there, but I think there was about 4. And then we had a bigger one. Yeah, you can see this this is the stunt dress for when you were harnessed in the cathedral bit, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So that was like a bigger size up again, and then, that was obviously where the harness came through. Catherine Tate's wedding dress, we had about 7 of those, and I mean, there were holes everywhere in the end, the side, the front, and you just think, God.
Right, now this, I really like that. In fact, I think David said that was his favourite outfit, the Utopia outfit. Seriously. Me and Lou went out shopping and we had to sort of look for a jacket or some sort of coat, because we knew we were going to be out in the quarry a lot. And then we found this, and it's just one of those finds where you just put it on and go, that's it. We kind of found what we needed in like 10 minutes, so that was really lucky. So thank you very much for all my beautiful outfits.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's always good fun.
Thanks.
See you again.
See you later.
Take care, lovely.
Bye. Bye. Well, I hope you all enjoyed that. It is really hectic in there of everyone trying to get ready for the Christmas special, so let's leave them to it. Oh, and I'll see you soon.
Welcome to a special edition of The Weakest Link.
I'm in a dressing room in Pinewood Studios because it's Tuesday, the 21st of November, 2006, and we're about to record a Doctor Who edition of The Weakest Link. This has been on the cards for about, a year, 18 months now we've been talking about doing this. And it's finally happening. And it's rather crept up on me. I always had this fantasy that I would swat for weeks before. I'd be watching every general knowledge quiz on the television and studying atlases and things. As it happens, we've been working flat out and I've sort of not done a thing. So I'm going to have to rely on my natural brilliance to get me through tonight. Yeah, it's slightly trepidatious because suddenly one is going on national television and might look like a bit of an idiot. I suppose as long as I'm not first or second or third. I think, if you get through the first 3 rounds, it's probably acceptable. But Yeah, it'll be interesting. We don't get to meet Anne before. That's a rule. She's kind of in character, so that she can remain as terrifying as possible.
I don't think so. I think we'll do that again.
I'm slightly in limbo as well because I've got here too early, because for once we finished filming early. I came straight down the M4 and nobody else is here yet. I'm the only one here. I'm it. Does that make me the weakest link? I hope not. Or just a loser for turning up early.
Dude!
Nolly! How are you, mate?
Hello, hello. I'm good, man. How you doing?
Good.
Yeah. Sweet.
How you feeling?
I'm ready, man.
Are you?
Yes.
Are you taking it all the way? You taking it to the bridge?
I don't know about that. I'm gonna try.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try, yeah. As long as I'm not out first, that's all I care about.
Yeah.
After the first person goes, I'll get a chair, I'll sit down, I'll relax, I'll be like...
Who do you predict is going first?
I think it's bad luck to predict because then it might be me, but as I'm... I don't know. There might be some shenanigans
Who do you
involved.
think's going to win? That's really the big question.
Oh, K9.
I am K9, the Doctor's faithful friend.
Well, that guy,
Yeah.
who handles K9,
Yeah.
supposed to be a genius.
I think he is a bit of a genius.
Yeah, I think there might have to be some shenanigans.
Yeah. But as Nick, there he is, as Nick was pointing out...
Oh, is Nick?
He might not know anything about what was in Heat magazine this week. Do you know what I mean?
Do you?
Well, no, but you know what I mean.
I do.
The popular culture references are where he might fall down.
Yes, you're right.
But I think he is...
Or if I kick the little dog off the podium.
Yeah. Maybe we should... Let's just all vote K9 now.
Well, I'll pretend I didn't hear that, but
You got a few shirts to choose from there.
Just a few. I've got country boy, American country boy, to sophisticated, to very gay, to kind of laddish, to Captain Jack.
Ah, nice.
Quite a nice mixture.
Are you
kidding,
John? Oh, okay, sorry.
Do you want,
we'll
do you
cut
want
that
Johnny
bit.
and
Yeah,
what do you
don't tell anybody. Nobody knows.
And then come and say, what do you...
Sorry, I've just been told to bank. Scott said, just keep saying bank.
So everyone's here. Although I haven't met John Leeson yet. I haven't seen K9. Who everybody, the clever money would seem to be on him to win. Because he's a bit of a brain box, apparently. Unless he's asked questions about Emmerdale Farm. Although, to be honest, they would floor me pretty much as well, as it's now not even called Emmerdale Farm. So I got that one wrong. Yeah, getting quite nervous suddenly. And look. Sweaty pits already. Look at that. Can you get that? That's not good. That is not a good thing. They've taken my jacket away from me. I'm not allowed to wear my jacket because it's strobing under their lights. I thought strobing went out in 1972. Yeah, it's all. But everyone's here. Everyone's slightly jangly. A lot of slightly hysterical laughter in the dressing room. But I'm getting quite excited. And perhaps a little competitive. Here we all are. Oh no, this is the K9 couch.
This is the K9.
Hello. Matt, how are you?
Hello, David.
John, we've never met.
John,
It's a pleasure to meet you.
A pleasure to meet
you.
you
A real
too.
pleasure to meet you.
Great.
Now the clever money's on you to win tonight.
Well, he's got to, hasn't he? Let's face it. I don't know any of the answers. That's
But
the
didn't
trouble.
you used to
K9's
set? Didn't you used to set questions for Mastermind, or is this a vile rumour?
I did.
Well, then of course you're going to win.
But this was in the 20th century. It was last century I did that.
So if there's questions
Things
about
have
girls
moved on.
allowed, you might not manage it. Is that what you're telling us?
Basically.
I bet you know. I bet you know your pop culture.
What? What? I know a little bit about Monteverdi.
Right.
I know a little bit about
Monty Python.
Monty Python. Yes.
Yes.
But that's about it.
So anything with a Monty in the title.
Anything with a Monty.
Yeah.
Full Monty. Yes.
And the Desert Wall, the Eighth Army, he'll be great on.
Yes.
Was that a particular specialist subject?
Oh no.
It's the first thing you could think of.
Yes, absolutely.
What is your special subject? What is your specialist?
My specialist subject would be wine.
Really?
Yes.
Ah.
Because
We're not doing Mastermind as well, are we?
I don't think so. No. But this is one of them.
Well, good luck.
Thank you kindly.
How are you feeling now, Nick?
I don't know, I've gone into the sort of numb zone.
Heading back
Yeah.
this way to the pre-title room.
How you feeling, Claire?
Yeah, all right. A bit less scared. A bit less scared. On the way, we just check them here.
How you feeling, Nolan?
Oh,
you feeling?
Yeah, I'm feeling alright, man. I
Yeah.
thought I would be first out, and I may still be, but surprisingly, there's a few very stupid people here today. So maybe I won't be. But that dog is good.
Yeah. That's it. It's time to go. I'm feeling rather nervous, and there's no turning back now.
You are the weakest link.
Affirmative, mistress. Goodbye.
You are the weakest link.
Bye.
Nick, you are the weakest link.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. That means, Camille, you are tonight's strongest link, and you go away with £16,550.
Isn't that amazing? Can you believe that?
I mean,
The bingo bites back.
How you feeling, Noel?
I'm feeling alright, man. I lost in the final to sudden death, but Confucius, she deserved to win. Getting
you
that
did
bloody
deserve for Confucius,
we all had it in here.
And I didn't.
I said Confucius. I said Confucius.
And I didn't know Cook. I was Columbus. I didn't know. I was bad.
That was tough. That was
the indestructible Captain Scarlet.
Yeah, I knew that, but
I
you know.
didn't.
Come for a ciggy.
Yeah.
after the event.
How you feeling, John?
I feel great. Great that I got to round 6.
Yeah.
I knew I was a goner, but I didn't know that you would have tried to save me in that way and making it a tie.
Well, I knew that Camille and Noel are so thick as thieves that my only chance was if you stayed, you see.
Right. Yeah, but then when I was gone, I thought, you're next.
Yeah, of course.
Yes,
Well,
there.
I didn't have a chance, did I? I was third. I got stitched up by Noel and Camille in the final round, who I knew were never going to vote for each other. So when John Barrowman got voted out just before, and I was left with the two of them, I knew it was all over. But it went okay, and Camille won. Camille won after saying that she was going off in the first round. She got 16.5 grand, I think, for her charity, so that was good. But it gets a bit nasty as it goes on, because you have to vote for your mates. It's, yeah, I'm not sure about that. It all felt a little bit horrible. Anyway, I'm sure we'll all forgive each other very soon.
The Doctor has become human and is now living as a schoolteacher in England just before World War I. There are aliens on his trail who are after Time Lord's lifespan. He's hiding from them, but they find him. Years ago, there was a range of books called The New Adventures of Doctor Who. This is while Doctor Who was off air. And there was one written by Paul Cornell called Human Nature that I think is literally one of the best stories ever written, one of the best Doctor Who stories ever written. So when we brought Doctor Who back, I just sat there one day and I thought, why are we not telling it? It doesn't matter if it's been published as a book before. So I phoned him up, asked him if he wanted to adapt it, and I barely finished a sentence before he said, adapt Human Nature. And I went, yes.
The Doctor is hiding because the family of blood is after him. Russell also pushed me for something the book doesn't really answer, why the Doctor does it in the first place. So we answer that in the very first scene.
It is the first time we've actually told a story in which the Doctor's hidden away. We've never seen the Chameleon Arch before.
The Chameleon Arch literally rewrites the Doctor's biology. It changes him into a human being. There is no memory of the fact that this being was once the Doctor. The Doctor has gone, really, to all intents and purposes. John Smith has subsumed the Doctor's personality. He's not the same man. He's a creation of the TARDIS. Do you know, we were quite good at the waltz, but I have to say, when you brought the cameras in, we kind of froze. And you may see some footage of us being really quite bad at learning the waltz.
1, 2, 3. Don't worry.
And finding it really quite difficult. Oh. I'd just like to say now, as soon as the cameras left, we were brilliant.
Yes!
and we nailed it in minutes.
Don't worry, I'll...
So whatever you might get shown...
And we should be this close, should we? We should be that close.
The camera sometimes does lie, because really, we're brilliant dancers. I did right leg twice.
Yeah, catching that, yeah.
I found myself doing something very camp with my wrist, which seems to help.
That will do whatever you like at the moment.
That's all I'd like to say on the matter.
Up the room. Yeah. That is it, you've got it.
These aliens need some interesting, spooky servants. How about scarecrows?
The scarecrows are great. It's taking the mundane and making it creepy, which is one of the surefire things that this show does very well. They're peculiarly creepy. They also have the eyes that aren't quite there. Fantastic creatures.
The scarecrows, they kind of think it was described as lollop in the script, the way they walk, and it's like they've got to move like they're soft and have got no bones, and I think it's beautiful the way they do that. The irony is they are just so not beautiful. Turn around, they've got hideous faces.
It's nice to have something very scary that can legitimately stand there in a field being completely ordinary. I wish they had scarecrows like that in fields these days. Freak kids out.
You kind of think, how could we not have done living scarecrows before? It seems such an obvious idea when you see it.
The only thing that was lacking was something to grab you for 8 years old, to be honest. I said, scarecrows to Paul. He said, no. And as with Paul, you just wait a day. And then he turns around and says, yes, he always does that. And then he turns around and goes, oh, great idea.
This is great, because I love spooky scarecrows. They're so gothic and wonderful and really, really English.
The fact that they're silent as well just gives them, it's just that shambling air makes them a bit animal and a bit mindless. And I think that makes them terrifying.
Yep.
It's going better than I expected an hour ago, actually. We're filming a scene that's supposed to be set in 1914 battlefield.
And then jump in, and then the crane is going to be at the same time. Exactly.
That's the only reason I think of standing knee-deep in mud in Wales in December.
And it wasn't this muddy on the recce, honestly.
Well, that was a night, wasn't it?
Yeah. Obviously it slows us down. Obviously it's really hard. It's the wind as much as anything. It's really hard to communicate in the wind.
So, go, they need to jump out shot or not. You're gonna, so they'll turn to jump, you'll come. Yeah.
It's also about getting the equipment because we can't get any of the vehicles down as far as the set.
I recce'd the site, and we recce'd it during the day, and it was before it had been excavated and dressed to look like a World War I scene. It was muddy, but not as bad as that. So turning up on the night, it was a bit of a shock.
Good call. Yeah, right. Because I remember it didn't rain on the night of the trenches. It had been raining before, and it was incredibly muddy, and very cold.
Never worked with children, animals, and mud. I think, yeah.
I have been falling into oblivion, and I've been falling out of the TARDIS into oblivion, which has been very exciting. Are you getting a look at that? Serious. Look, don't you be confident for getting my pants on telly. Exclusively, I will tell you I'm terrified of heights, but I didn't want anyone to know, so I kept smiling throughout, which you will see.
Rebecca initially was quite nervous because to be suspended and then dropped would make anyone nervous. It's quite a scary thing. But she started to quite enjoy it, I think.
Here we go, nice and quiet, still on the floor, please. Lovely, we're going to shoot. Cheers, Dan. Here we go, Rebecca.
3, 2, 1. We had to do it about 4 or 5 times to get it right. And you have to kind of slow your body down, which requires lots of energy. But it was really good fun.
And a combination of wire work and the mill, the old and the new, it worked really well.
Obviously, on this show, the prosthetics team do some incredible work. And it's a peculiar excitement to suddenly have it done to you.
With David, obviously he ages up, and it's only one scene, so I kind of felt it was important that he be as recognisable as possible.
There's your head over there. Yeah. It's a full Monty.
What was I pouting about?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, normally, you know, it used to be this kind of thing would take about 5 hours, you know, 4 or 5 hours.
Initially, there's quite a big transformation. Like you put all this stuff over your head and you become bald. And then gradually it starts being coloured in and it starts being melded and blended.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. It's been an extraordinary experience.
It's different, isn't it?
It is really.
Right. We will.
Really quite weird.
We will. Yes. See you down there, Adam.
It's kind of weird. It's our first day back after Christmas. Everyone's a bit shocked to be back at work, but it's going okay. We're still filming episodes 8 and 9. We've got a couple of weeks left on them. But really, it does feel like we're suddenly on the home straight. We've got 12 weeks to go, and then the series is finished. It's really hurtled by this year. It seems to have gone so quickly.
Lauren, you're in the film.
Yes, I am. I'm aware of that.
You're an old hand now.
We are back on. We're filming the scenes today where the Doctor confronts the family of Blood in their spaceship. And we're on the Torchwood set. We're in the hub. While they're on holiday, we're building sets in their secret base.
No, I can't pretend to understand. Not for a second, but I want you to know I'm innocent in all this. He made me John Smith. It's not like I had any control over it.
He didn't just make himself human. He made himself an idiot.
Same thing, isn't it? I was going to ask you a question about the scene.
Yeah, you can do that. Just act natural.
Fine.
I don't have a camera. Just pretend there's no camera here. It's fine.
Right. When I grab you and say, and I'm looking at the watch and I'm saying, at last, I take it off you, I go at last.
Yeah.
Don't think that saved your life. I've done it 2 different ways. Which one do you reckon I should do it? Last.
Don't think that saved your life.
Try a bit lower. That's it, Very nice indeed. Camera's cut, folks, and now it's a completion on 9:77. If we move.
I'm about to step into a 3-hour prosthetic to be made to look somewhere in my 70s. I've never had prosthetics before. Obviously, I saw Mark Gatiss have something very similar done a month or two ago, and I'm very intrigued to see what I'm going to look like. I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not the best at sitting in the makeup chair at the best of times. I get a little impatient and a little antsy. That's why I like Steve, who does my makeup on this, because he's very quick. Bish bosh. I'm a bit worried I'm going to get a bit restless. 3 hours in a prosthetics chair. But I suppose it's an intriguing experience to happen at least once in your life. And having seen so many other people on this job be so patient and so brilliant, I really haven't got the right to complain. So it's now 4:45, and I'm about to step into Neil Gorton and his team right now. I shall get back to you. It's been a tough old shoot. So this is me as an old man. I just look like my dad. I've just transformed into Sandy McDonald. It's kind of amazing. All this sort of hanging flesh really is amazing. Very weird experience. Very surreal. And I just look like my father. I didn't until they put the wig on. But it's exactly the way he brushes back his hair as well. It was quite a relaxing process, actually. I found myself nodding off a couple of times. But it was, it's very odd to look at. If I'm still around in, I don't know, 40, 50 years' time, I shall get this out and look at it and see if this was a prophetic makeup, or if in fact I look even worse.
Doctor Who's about the monsters, so you show up to look at the monsters and they are fantastic. They are so scary. Since I was a kid, I've been thinking of new Doctor Who monsters. Just now, when I do, it costs an art department somewhere a lot of money.
Okay, so a bit more out to your right, Tiger. Take your hand away.
Going into the cellar is really spooky because all the lights are down and you see all the angels there, and that's the most angels I've seen in the one place.
And to your camera left.
You usually shoot with one, or, you know, but to have 3 of them there, and when they've got their eyes in, it's quite scary.
The fabric for the dresses was actual fabric soaked in fiberglass resin and then dressed over, so you get that very sort of natural sort of curve to it. We actually made an actual top, a costume, soaked that in resin so it would set and go hard. We sculpted the hair and we sculpted 2 different faces. So we've got the normal angel face, and then we've got the feral look angel, which is the more kind of aggressive one.
If I can clear everybody now.
We artwork their own arms and their own neck. We paint to match everything else, so it all ties in at the end.
The angels, they're all incredible. What's so scary about them is that you never actually see when they move. They put the clapper up and they had Doctor Who written on it, and I just couldn't stop giggling. It was just so exciting.
And action.
Was it a bit weird being in an episode of Doctor Who where really the Doctor and the companion aren't there?
Well, we had our connection with you. We had our mission. It was all via you.
So it still feels like an episode of Doctor Who?
Oh yeah, it kind of increased the sort of peril, because if the Doctor's not there, how on earth are we going to survive?
There's quite a long sequence with where we're talking to each other through the miracle of a DVD extra.
Did you feel the loss of the Doctor? Be very careful how you answer that question. Were you thinking, oh, if only the Doctor was here?
It'd be quite fun to go on an adventure, but everyone wants to go on an adventure with the Doctor.
Yeah,
so that was a loss.
Yeah.
And also a bit of a letdown to tell your friends that you're in Doctor Who, but
this is the one where he's not in it.
What were your first impressions when you read the script?
I loved it because my part had loads to do.
Brilliant.
Get artists in their positions then, please. Thank you. Turn over, please. A and B cameras and boards. Thank you. Artists in. Go.
Did it feel unconventional, though, as a Doctor Who script? Because I suppose you could argue that it is, in that the main characters aren't really there very much.
But when you do run by the end with your bow and arrow...
It reinforces the idea of the Doctor, exactly,
Being
going through from location to location to location by looking at it just from the other angle.
Love the idea that they're just passing through the world and that these people have had their entire own story, which you're not even aware of yet, and you just sort of dash past.
I thought it was brilliant. I could imagine being a kid and watching it and being terrified, but also, as an adult, going, that's really smart.
6 camera on the end.
I think everybody fancies Jack in a funny way. I think when someone's so sure of themselves and so, you know, he makes people feel good about themselves. That's what Captain Jack can do.
He is designed to be an old-fashioned, square-cut hero.
Jack is back in Who and he's stripping down. It's always good.
Action! Lieutenant! Get up on the rocket! I promise you're gonna fly! The chamber's flooded! Trust me, we found a way to the system. What are you taking your clothes off for?
Oh my God!
It was always the plan to bring Jack back.
Jack's return to Doctor Who was long awaited, not only by myself, but by the audience, I think.
I'm sorry, there's no heartbeat. It's nothing.
It's great to have Captain Jack coming back. Very exciting to have John Barrowman on set because he's a force of nature and a lively and lovely man. You had work done. You can talk. Oh yes, the face. Regeneration. How did you know this was me?
The police box kind of gives it away.
He's a bundle of fun.
I'm singing in the rain, just singing in the rain. Oh, it's getting heavier. Oh, yes. Welcome to the Welsh Spa.
Can I have the seaweed wrap, and then I'd like the massage with the stones, please.
He's so upbeat and he really loves what he's doing as well, and he's so good at it that it just makes it a joy to perform with him.
Sorry, I started cracking up. Did you see that? Jack and the Doctor have little jibes at each other and say things to each other, but never really confront it.
Thing is, how come you left him behind, Doctor? Is that what happens though? Seriously? You just get bored of us one day and disappear?
Not if you're blonde.
Oh, she was blonde. Oh, what a surprise.
You two, we are at the end of the universe, right? Right at the edge of knowledge itself, and you're busy blogging. Now, come on.
Future kind are proper scary because they're big and they've got big old boots on and they're holding big scary looking weapons and they're in leathers and they've got piercings and they've got mad hair.
To the end of the universe, everything's broken down. This is what the human race might devolve into.
They evolved fangs to actually be able to eat human flesh, etc. But they are quite horrific, quite grim.
These awful set of fangs that you are acutely aware of when you have them in, and it changes the whole shape of your face, it changes the whole way that you speak. So yeah, that certainly helps in terms of getting into character.
I wanted the chieftain to look really, really quite frightening.
None of these piercings are mine at all. Actually, there are a couple of piercings here, but they haven't used them. These are all just magnetic spikes just going through. This is these are merely just going through the prosthetic which sits on top of my face.
The future kind were ugly. And if that's what people are going to look like in the future, I don't want to be there.
Action!
Thank you. Cameras are cut there, please.
Hey guys, can we all just settle, thank you, while we block?
So it's more of a bang, that it's more startled that they're
Yes,
coming.
because what
Hit
I'm
doors.
imagining, there's a corridor,
Yeah.
and they've come, and you're quite clear of them for about 7 seconds of your life, and suddenly you'll hear screaming and shouting of 30 people coming up the corridor.
Fine.
Round the corner.
Great.
That'd be great.
Professor, let me in! Jack, come on! Professor! Cut!
You stand there on the set, and you know, and you've got like 20 people in animal skins with sharp teeth, and they really were running and really going for it. You know, I think they had to really run, and you know, and our guys had to run fast.
I think I'm right in saying we sourced kind of biker groups and things like that. So, you know, so you've got that kind of slightly wild look. Do you see some of those supporting artists before they've got the costume on, and there's not that much difference? I'm sure they wouldn't mind me saying that. I hope they wouldn't, because I wouldn't want to meet them in a dark alley. It's the 2nd of February today. We've started on episode 11 now, so we're into the kind of into the final push to the end of the series now. Just 11, 12 and 13 to go. John Barrowman's back. Captain Jack is here. Derek Jacobi's here. And we're in a disused glass factory, which we have used before actually. Just not far from Cardiff City Centre really. Graham Harper still directing, and it's a really good script. I think this is one of my favourites so far. This is the sign on my trailer to commemorate the return of Captain Jack. He doesn't seem to have anything on his.
Lewis, I have a rogue dog.
I was just catching that.
Go on.
Oh yeah.
And then we have another
he knows
one
where
in
he's
there.
supposed to be.
Hello. That's Tegan.
Javanka.
You know who Tegan is?
Yeah.
Hi, Teags.
Hello.
Otherwise known as Tiger.
So it's a bit of a menagerie in your trailer.
It is actually.
Yeah.
Would you like to see?
Yeah. Let's go in Captain Jack's trailer.
Come on in. It's messy.
Lots of doggy treats on the table.
And then this is my breakfast.
Sure, nice.
Cracklin' Oat Bran, which I'll have at our next break because it's too early to eat for me.
Oh, you're serious? I thought that was dog food.
No, that's me. Well, some people might call me the dog. That's the dog treats. What else? That's it. And then I've got my coffee
maker.
machine. I've got a flat screen TV in there just laying in the bed, because that TV, you won't be able to see it very well, but everybody's slightly a hue of blue.
They are slightly, yeah. We can just about get that.
A hue of blue and green. And then this is my exercise ball.
Okay. That's for the scenes in the t-shirt, right? We're now going to see what John's going to have on his trailer.
Because you are Captain Jock.
Yeah.
Oh no, Steph, it's not gonna stick. Hey, Lewis.
It's exciting the dogs, whatever it is. Oh, hang on, the exposure's gone funny.
Is it?
There we go. Nice.
He's Captain Jock, I'm Dr. Pooh. Well, I think
Nothing if not mature and civilized. This is us arriving on set. To start another day at the coalface, Graham Harper, like a coiled spring for the day ahead. John Barrowman's first time he's read the script, doesn't know what's going on.
Oh, look, I'm reading the wrong page.
He's learning the list of supporting artists for the day. That's not going to help him.
Well, he's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to say, but I know everybody's name.
Roger Pierce is a very posh camera operator. He does lots of very big films. James Bond, Casino Royale he did. and in between, he comes and slums it with us. This is actually a shot from a scene we've already done. This is just the low shot when we nearly fall out of the into the rocket silo, the rocket shaft. We filmed the rest of the scene yesterday, so it's a special low-angle lens. Film buffs. The camera's got a sort of mirror thing on the end, so that they can shoot from very low down. Is that right, Steve?
It's a prism.
It's a what?
Prism.
It's a prism.
Yeah, it's a prison. You're not allowed out of the prison. In the hot silo.
Yeah.
Hot.
Might be a little bit of a breath issue this morning. There's Freema. Poised.
Yeah.
Coiled spring, ready for action.
Okay, stand by to rehearse.
I did that bowl of water thing last night, but you looked at me about the heating, and I turned the heating off because of global warming.
Yes, Freema's been destroying the planet, but she's changing her ways.
This is a really lively energy scene. Here we go. And
action.
Gotcha.
Thanks.
How did you cope without me?
Now that is what I call a rocket.
Slightly different. Did you see that? Very good. It's February, and the end of the shoot is approaching, really. But just in case we were feeling complacent, it's the middle of the night and we're in a quarry. This is where the Doctor Who team will be spending Valentine's Night 2007. It's about 6 o'clock now in the evening, but we'll still be here 4:30 tomorrow morning. And it's actually not too bad just now. It was raining, but it's gone off, and it's not too cold. It was snowing last week, but the gods seem to be looking on us favourably at the moment. I suppose it's traditional. The Doctor Who should film in a quarry. There's something sort of right and proper about it.
Push to the silo, we get to the silo, we safe! Silo!
The scene's just after we've landed on Malcasario, and all the future kind chasing Padra. Yeah, here we go. Through the night, in a quarry, with Doctor Who.
And action. Does that include all the
There's a future kind having a cup of tea. It's not every day you see that. This is Phil and Laurie wearing their flory jackets and hard hats, which everyone in the quarry has to wear. Except for the actors, because if we wore them, obviously that would be a slight continuity glitch. Which does mean that we can be hit by bits of falling masonry, but the rest of the crew can't. Quite right too. This is the car we're about to get in to be driven 50 yards. This is why global warming is happening, ladies and gentlemen. Gareth,
Mr. Tennant.
why are you driving us 50 metres? Can't we walk?
No, you'll be pleasantly surprised now. Up a big hill.
Oh really?
Big hill, you'll be happy now.
Have we got some four-wheel drive action coming up?
Oh, serious. Through puddles and all sorts.
I'd better film this out the front, eh?
This big puddle, yeah?
Yeah, hang out the front, David.
That's it?
No, Gareth's one.
That was it.
I think.
That was it.
That was our whole journey.
No, stay.
Wait, hold on. Listen,
The
Dave.
good news is,
Yes?
we're going to start you right up top, round the corner.
Oh, you please.
Ah.
What's the bad news?
That was it. There wasn't any bad
that's
news.
all right
It was
then.
just good news. So we'll drive you up there. The only thing I wanted to show you, John, was where I need you to deliver your line,
Yeah.
which is opposite this bush here.
Okay.
Yeah.
No problem.
And if you do favour you want to on the right slightly, John. Yes.
I didn't hear that. What?
On the hang on. So favour the left, please, as you come down.
Camera left or my left?
Your left of the path.
Okay.
Okay.
Question for you, just
you're right.
My right.
You're right.
Camera left. No.
Okay, let's go. We'll get you up there. Do a half-speed rundown just to make sure of your footing and everything else.
Yeah.
We'll do one rehearsal, and then if we're good, we'll do it full pelt.
Can you just check and make sure that it's gosh I missed this or God I missed this? It's not in the script.
Checking now, mate. Hang on.
I don't think it's God because
it's neither God nor gosh.
Oh, I've missed it. Oh, matron, I've missed this.
Oh, matron,
Yeah.
can I go? Oh, I missed this. Oh, matron, I missed this.
John, as you're coming down, as I'm looking, I want you slightly to the left, camera left.
To your right.
No problem.
Thank you.
He won't confuse us at all.
What?
What?
And
Gosh, I've missed
and
it.
the
Can I just
other
say how
is-
stupid you both look in those outfits?
Thank you very much. All right, Gaff, away we
The
go.
other is, I'd love you to overtake Martha on this.
Oh, he will.
I guarantee
Which
you
will
I
help.
will.
That will help you.
Thank you.
I'm going to do Freema
Way to
Can't
go,
Keep Up
Thank
with
you.
the Voice Acting, and I love it.
How much direction can we get to run?
Yeah. Running down a hill.
Running down a hill.
Running down a hill for the heart of thinking. Oh, this is four-wheel action. This is bumping and driving. You can't see a thing because there's a big light shining in the camera, but it's very exciting. I promise you, it's very exciting.
Well, are you ready?
Rehearsing.
Oh, I missed this.
Be with me.
And cut, thank you.
Russell knew, I think, that I was doing it before he wrote it, so it's kind of, he's made it for me, and it's an amazing part to play.
It was quite interesting having John playing the master and me being incapacitated as an old man, because usually I'm the one who's spouting pages of stuff at 300 miles an hour while everybody else kind of stares at me, and it was interesting to have the tables turned.
The Doctor is so powerful and so glittering and so brilliant that to remove him is frightening, and it really puts the emphasis on to Martha Jones. The whole point of this whole series is building up to this woman who has learned so much and is so devoted to the Doctor that she spends an entire year walking the earth in order to save not just him, but then to save the whole world.
Basically, we were using a high-speed camera, because the idea was that we're aging the Doctor. This is an effect through the camera as opposed to making it an effect that maybe the mill, would do or so. Okay, so we're bringing the artist back in then. We just speeded up, which basically we cranked down to, I think it was about 3 frames, first of all, and then we messed around with the shutter speed as well. I think we went at a 35 shutter speed. So the effect that gave, right, was a very slow sort of, it gives you this sort of like really dazed and it's blurred effect going across the screen, which actually looked quite horrifying. If you're going to run that back at 25 frames per second, then that will then get sped up and it'll go really fast.
I just felt a bit of a goon, to be honest, flailing around for, I think it had to be 3 minutes because they'll remove so many frames.
Thank you. I'm very happy with what we've got, and I think it only, and then with the sound, and we put on all the screaming and so forth, and the effect of actually the aging, it all kind of works out beautifully. Okay, we've cut, thank you.
And we take the Doctor to that much of a low so that when he returns, it's light shining and supernatural power blazing out of him, so his return is all the more glorious.
Obviously I knew that in the script the Doctor levitated, but nobody had told me we were going to do it for real. I assumed it was all going to be computer generated until I arrived that morning and there's this wire harness hanging down and somebody comes into my trailer with one of those blooming things that they strap you into that make your back hurt for the next week.
It's funny that it's some. And I do remember him saying, he was like, "What you want? Oh, I'm going up there," So that must have just slipped through. Sort of like, I don't know where to partial blame really. But fortunately, you've got someone who he's so into it and he's so cool, right? He's like, "It's fine, it's all right." I'm not afraid of heights much. Stop.
It was an emotional time because Adjoa, who plays my mum, Francine, she has a really emotional moment as well, and she's fab. She is so emotive, so I had to sort of run and look after her, my mum, who was distraught and breaking down. So it's like, again, Martha's in this position where she's thinking, my family are struggling with this, man, even though there's so much more that she needs to find out and is looking to find out. She's sort of torn, if you like. The death of the Master affects the Doctor massively.
All I remember from that scene is David Tennant's manly stubble on my eye. He was rubbing his chin up against me, his big Doctor Who manly chin. And so I had eye stubble from Tennant. Not nice. But yeah, it was good scene.
Yeah, whoa. Right, so we'll track back on that run forward then, John.
There's a real need to have the Master there, to have some recognition that the Time Lords ever existed. But he can't save the Master. He can save everyone, but he can't save his own people again. The last remnant of his own people. And there's a desperate sadness for him in that. It's my last week on set, actually. And to begin that last week, I'm about to go into prosthetics to be made up to look 150. Which is always fun. We did do it a couple of times last week, which has resulted in some fairly appalling skin breakout up here. Very dry skin down here. I've got terrible combination skin. Well, I didn't have until I started doing this, but I do now. So anyway, it's the last time we have to do this today, which in some ways is a relief, but it is a fantastic thing that these Millennium Effects prosthetic artists do. So 2 hours 20 minutes is all it took this morning. I am now transformed into this old git. The hands are too, you see, a few liver spots. And that's it. It is a pretty sensational bit of work from Neil and Anthony there. And we've done some really extraordinary close-ups for the episodes, and you really can't see the join. It is kind of extraordinary. It is tempting to go down the shops in it, to kind of wander around Asda and see if you, to see how people treat you as an old man. That's a Channel 4 documentary right there, isn't it? But sadly that hasn't been possible thus far. But no, it's a real treat to get to try this out. Look at that neck. Going on set now.
Thank you.
Thanks, Laurie. Hello. There's the team. And this is the Valiant. Oh yes, check it out. One of the biggest sets we've had yet, I think. There's Colin. Oh, and there's Doctor Who Confidential. Behind the scenes, filming behind the scenes. Look at that. There's a big lump of green screen. I don't know what that's about. Here's director Colin Teague to explain what happens next.
What's going to happen is lovely David, older David, David's granddad.
Yeah, yeah.
You're standing in as the elder David.
Yeah.
He's going to be here and have this lovely illuminated light all around him. as he gets younger and younger.
Standing in front of that green screen?
Standing in front of the green screen, yeah.
Okay. He's been sent to save our sins, look. I have no idea why we've got a glitter ball on set. Perhaps the Valiant doubles up on a Friday night with a 70s disco. I've had a whole year to tune myself into the psychic network and integrate with its matrices.
I said stop it!
Of course, what nobody knows is this is actually what David Tennant looks like before makeup. It takes 2 hours to turn him into that handsome young Scottish man. So rather than create a full-blown prosthetic, we simply persuaded Dave to appear without makeup, and this is the results.
Hi, Alec.
How are you?
Yeah, good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Great, so.
How's your black eye?
Yeah, good thing. It's recovered a bit since
It's healing quite nicely.
Night.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh well.
Whatever turns you on, babe.
The way you're looking.
I keep forgetting I look like this, of course.
Hello.
How's the cold?
It's all right. It's been doctored by loads of Lemsips.
Yeah, good.
I'm happy.
Stay in theatre. That's what it is. Dr. Footlights is keeping you going.
Oh yeah.
So I'm back to normal, my babyface complexion once again. But I'm up on wires today because I'm being infected by the psychic energy of the human race, and I have to rise off the ground and hover over John Sim. No! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. So I've got a harness on underneath my trousers, which makes me look like I'm wearing a nappy. Very attractive. And I've got various wires poking through various bits of my costume. And I'm getting hoisted up across the set, which isn't the most comfortable thing in the world, it has to be said, but hoping it's not going to be too many takes on this one. However, it's all good, and it's quite nice not to have spent 3 hours in prosthetics first thing this morning. I'm still picking glue off my hands, particularly. They're still covered in bits of stuff from yesterday, and no matter how much adhesive remover I slosh all over them, I can't seem to quite shift it, so I think I'm going to have that for a couple of days. Yeah, it's nice to be myself again. Although, because it's Doctor Who, it's not returning to a nice quiet little scene around a kitchen table. It's returning to floating through the air in a ball of psychic energy. Well, it wouldn't be the same otherwise, would it? That's why we love it. And you know what happens now.
No! No!
I forgive you. So it's the end of the day, Wednesday the 7th of March. We've just finished a day's filming on the Valiant, with the Master dying and Lucy shooting him and all that malarkey. We've done that, and now a lot of the crew and the rest of the cast are all being sent home, and we're about to gather in semi-secret in the TARDIS to film the cliffhanger for the very end of the series. After Martha's left and the Titanic smashes through the wall. Of course, that'll be a CGI creation later, but we're about to film the stuff that goes around that. I'm not quite sure how many crew are going to still be here. We're not doing it under quite the levels of secrecy that we filmed Catherine Tate appearing last year. The thinking seems to be that if you try to keep something a secret too hard, it tends to leak out. Even though we did keep Catherine a secret, everything else that we try and keep a secret seems to end up in the tabloids. So we're kind of hoping that if we just kind of do this and don't draw too much attention to it, then maybe we'll get away with it and nobody will be expecting it come episode 13. So I think we're just waiting for the studio to kind of thin out a bit, and then we're all stealing in there. And we're going to knock that off now. Not at all. So I'll be standing here, and then when this thing comes through the wall, these two big tubes are going to fire a load of debris and compressed air at me. So all that stuff is going in those big cannons. Got an armadillo shell on my back now.
See, I think the lifeboat is there, you know.
Action quiet, everyone, entertaining!
Mark it.
431, take 3. Okay, here we go. Set. And 3, 2, 1, action!
What? What?
Okay, we're going up to his face now. Say the line.
What?
This is it. We're filming the scenes from episode 12 in the abandoned warehouse with Captain Jack and Martha, and then I'll be home to London tomorrow. Bit of an impressive light show today, Clive.
It certainly is.
How many are there?
22.
Wow. You've been here for days putting this stuff.
Years, actually.
JT, how are you?
Very well.
What have you got for me?
One of these. Same old, 2040. Number 2 today, not number 1 unfortunately.
Oh well. That's all right.
Let's do it.
Mic pack. This goes in the back pocket. The microphone is in the tie, and the wind gag is being removed now.
Secretly placed.
Last day, John?
Last day. It's the last day for Jack on Who Series 3, yeah.
And also the last day for John Barrowman in his 30s.
That's true, David. No, it is.
That's something to celebrate. That's a good thing.
No, it's at midnight tonight. I will be 40. Don't feel it. Hope I don't look it. And I don't act it. I know that.
This is how interested our co-star is in us.
Watch this, watch this. Freema. Yes. Louis Vuitton.
What? Where? Where is it? Get me some.
Yeah. This is John's birthday cake.
So we're going to do the first bit.
Cheese, and this is for you, David, as well.
Oh.
We're going to miss you so much.
I'm not 40 yet. Thank you very much, Tracy. It's a real way of life doing this job. And it's such a great bunch of people. It's such a great crew. Such enthusiasm and kind of love for what they're doing. Under some quite difficult circumstances sometimes. I'm very proud of it. I'm very proud of this show and everyone who works on it. I'm immensely proud to be part of it. I can't believe how quickly this has gone. It's hurtled through, it really has.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, you'll all be very sorry to hear that that's a golden wrap on Mr. John Barrowman and Mr. David Tennant.
Well, it's been fun. Sad to finish, actually. Even though I could do with the rest, I'm tired and been a long old haul, but it's fun, you know. James, I'm feeling quite sentimental. It's obviously time for a break. So that's it. It's now the 19th of March 2007 and it's all over. 14 episodes in the can and I'm back home in London. I wasn't even there for the last few days of filming. The last stuff they did was all Freema's bits for episode 13. So that was a bit odd to miss the final furlong. But it's nice to be back home. Although, because I've been away for months, of course, the flat is in disrepair. The internet's gone down and the washing machine's broken and the boiler isn't working. But it's nice to be home all the same. It is all-consuming, this job. I think all of us on it are aware that we can't work at this pace forever. That it's a very particular time. One to be enjoyed and relished. But you also have to know when to stop, I think. Or it will kill you. I still feel very lucky to be doing this job. Still feels like a privilege. And a right laugh. And I'm very proud of the episodes we've seen so far too. He genuinely is bigger and better than before, and I never thought that would be possible. Heady days. See you next year.
The doctor.
Me too, if I ever pass my exams.
What was your name?
Martha. Martha Jones.
Rose, her name is. Not that you're replacing her.
You never said I was.
It started. The Globe Theatre.
Mr. Shakespeare, isn't it?
What are you standing there for? Come on! Very well dressed for a hitchhiker.
Tonight, I'm going to perform a miracle. I'm 76 years old.
Off with his head!